Morning. I was trying to do it on OBS, but it's like, it didn't fucking work. No camera, no. I'm not even sure the sound worked. Just been to Chesterfield. And it was really cool. Really good on the train stuff. But this is through like the, what do you call it, the laptop microphone. So hopefully you can hear me. I don't know. It's all myself. I'm not even sure it's broadcasting, to be fair. No, mad stuff. All right, James, how you doing? Yeah, we've just been to, I'm up with my mate Pete, and we just piled down to Chesterfield just to get a few beers in. But it's really cool. We're talking about retro stuff. Obviously, we're talking about retro stuff. I mean, everybody does. You doing all right? But it was such a long day. It was like, oh god, I'm like winding down now. So I had a few beers, but I went to the old ale house, the Chesterfield Ale House, which is the place where Max Hall, couldn't remember his name now. Max Hall did the demo about, which was quite good. So that was the first place we went, and then we went to a few other pubs. Really good, really good. It's not as nice as Scotland as usual, but you know, but it's kind of cool. It is cool. It's like where I was born, basically, or it's where I grew up. So my ZX Spectrum times were in Sheffield. No, good to see you. Okay, it's not mad. I was trying to do it on OBS earlier. I'll have to listen to the recording. It's not mad. So yeah, do you fancy coming on just for a chat? It's up to you. But yeah, have a catch up. But it's like mad because I drove all the way up here. Yeah, it was good. It was good. Drinking old Jamaica ginger beer. Fantastic, fantastic drink. Like dandelion and burdock, a bit weird. You're not sure what you're drinking, but really nice, just to finish off the night. So yeah, no, trying to think what we talked about. I mean, everything from school to the Commodore 64 to the Amiga to the ZX Spectrum. No, really good, really good. No, cool one, nice one. Thanks, James. Thanks. But it's one of those things that it's like reminiscing, you know, because obviously we're getting 50 now. We're getting to 50, so we are reminiscing. And it's just like really nice, chilled out day. We got to see some trains, which I quite kind of like. Oh, good music as well. So it was kind of high kind of music. But yeah, I'm getting pretty tired, but you know, I thought I'd do a quick jump on, just check it out, see what's happening. Talking to myself as usual. It's like mad because I'm in a different location. I've got 2 doors behind me. It's like seriously, there's like 8 doors in this room. No, not really. There's like 2, 3 actually. Yeah, there is 3. But yeah, because I used to be at school around here, so there's a lot of reminiscing about when I was younger. I should have put something like to to get people onto it, like something a bit cutting edge. Excuse me, I've got hiccups now. But yeah, something out there when you're. God, I've got really hiccups. Been up here a few days, and it was kind of playing darts and drinking beer, because a lot of it is to do with beer. But yeah, but okay, introducing James from the Game Zone Bird Room. You all right, James? Oh, he's got two cameras going. Oh, there's two entries into the. Oh yeah, look. Hang on. Are you there? Oh, I think there was a technical hitch there. It was like he came up twice but disappeared. But yeah, it's just like, the old school thing where you drive past your school when you actually get into Sheffield. Yeah, we can see you now. Yeah, sorry about what happened there.
I don't know, mate. Fat fingers, I think.
Yeah, no, it's fine. You came up twice on the bottom. The entry screen. It's like.
Oh, did I?
Two of them.
Right,
yeah,
there's no glare, is there?
Behind you? No, it's fine. No, it's cool.
Oh, yeah. So I'm glad you had a good day, mate.
Good to see you. Yeah. We obviously it was beer, involved with beer. So I'm not very much of a good host tonight. I'm a little bit, but not too much. But
nothing wrong with that, mate.
It was drinking beer and reminiscing about old times. But we talked about the Amiga and stuff. It's like mad. We never mentioned Nintendo. I really feel guilty about that.
How can you not mention Nintendo?
I know. Or the Sega, because I think we jumped. We both jumped, so we haven't got any.
You went straight to PS1, didn't you?
Yes, yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, so you missed out that whole 16-bit era.
I know. Yeah. I mean, the Amiga was 16-bit apparently, but yeah, totally. I don't know why. Different timelines. I'd love to see that on a Gantt chart or whatever the equivalent is. Like a timeline.
Yeah.
Where they, one was released.
That's quite a substantial jump, isn't it? I mean, I don't know when the Amiga.
I think it was originally like 86 or something daft. It was like really early, but it was like a really high spec, kind of almost like PC. And then come 89 after 89, 90, that's when it became cheaper.
So that is quite a big jump, isn't it? You think 86 to when did you get the Amiga? 89. So so you jumped from 89 to what, 95, 96 when the PS1 came out?
Yeah, I think I quit the Amiga about 94. I went out clubbing and stuff because I got pulled out by an ex-boyfriend of my sister's. He goes, "You going clubbing?" It's like, no, because I like programming, I like graphics. So I was like, obviously like a
proper nerd. No, I'm not drinking.
That's what it is.
Programming to do, mate.
So he took me out, and then obviously clubbing and stuff, and then we got to the PlayStation came out, but it was sold to adults. It was really adult stuff.
A lot of the games had that sort of techno music vibe, didn't it? It was very sort of that time.
It was, yeah, and it was just mental. And when you saw the demos of it, it was like, I have to get back into this. But it was at a time where, I went out, like I say, clubbing and girls and stuff. But it was like half an hour. It was almost like a pub thing where you got back, you'd had a few drinks, you just got on the PlayStation. I mean, that's probably happened for different consoles, but for me, that was it.
Well, you were especially that age of drinking then. You probably were
Well,
about 21, maybe.
yeah. I mean, I was like 71, so 20, I think 23 or something. Yeah, 23, 24. So it was just like, oh God, I've never grown out of it, to be fair. But it was funny. What we've been doing recently. I always do it. We always talk about old stuff, and it should get boring, but it doesn't. Because I've known him for donkey's years. I've known him since I was about 15, and it's mad because we grew up with the consoles, the games, the programming, the getting from one place to another and feeling comfortable in something, because we're both programmers technically. He does web design and I do like data analysis kind of thing. So it's all very much to do with coding and if that, and but it's interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's good to have a good old catch. I've got one friend that from school that I knew from, year 8, so would have been sort of 12, 13.
Oh, you're talking American now. What's that? 8 plus 5? That's 14 roughly.
No, 14.
Yeah.
And so we literally been friends since then, and we keep in contact on Facebook. And literally, we just talk about old stuff all the time.
You don't talk about your modern life. You talk about the old stuff. It's like really cool.
But it's that nostalgia, and that's probably like some of your best times of your life, isn't it? At that,
I believe so. I do.
Age group, when you're sort of 13 to 25, that's you're in your prime as well.
I mean, I think they've talked about that, where your brain develops during at least 13 to 16. So if you listen to music, that's the thing that sticks in your head, because your brain's evolving. You remember that from, when you get older, you tend to remember that bit.
Yeah. You definitely. You're at that age then, and that sort of important age, or where you're changing.
But it's like, and it is. It's like a big time in your life. But it's like, but Pete's really, he's got a jokey side about him. So he says something, it's like really droll and a joke, and it's like, oh my God, yeah. I can't really articulate it without listening to without showing him myself.
He's a bit like Cole Pilkington.
Pardon?
A bit like Cole Pilkington when you hear him, he's very sort of droll, and you don't know whether he's being serious or whether he's joking. And
totally. Have you seen that? There's two series of.
I've seen series 1. I've got to watch series 2.
Yeah, do it.
Called, I can't remember the bloody name of it.
Something like it's not all crap, but it's like something. Yeah, and it's like weird because somebody said on one of my videos I sound like Cole Pilkington.
You do, yeah. Well, I was on that. I think I was on that stream when it came up in the comments. You said, I'm thinking, if I close my eyes, I can actually hear it.
Because it's like really droll, and I'm but yeah, it is. It's just like mad.
I mean, I could listen to Cole Pilkington for hours on end.
Because he worked with that tall guy, this tall skinny guy.
Stephen Merchant and Ricky Gervais.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, you should listen to some of their podcasts. They are absolutely brilliant.
Really?
You'll be actually pissing yourself of laughter.
Brilliant. Oh God, yeah, I'll have to watch that. But I was thinking isn't that an animated one? There's an animated
if you can't get the podcasts, watch the Ricky Gervais show, which I think is probably on Channel 4, like Channel 4 player type, whatever it's called.
They used to, didn't they all used to work together on earlier?
They did on a radio station, whatever it was called. I can't remember the name of their radio station. That's where it started, because he was Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant's producer. So Ricky got him to join in on the show, and he sort of realised that he was a bit bit different from everyone else.
I honestly don't like Ricky Gervais. Seriously, he's done a really good one with the guy that was in the home. That was amazing.
Derek.
Garrett, yeah, that was fantastic.
Brilliant, yeah, he was really good in that.
The Office is, yeah, okay. I mean, it was good. It was cutting edge, but the rest of the stuff, I don't know. You know, I
think he's got an acquired taste.
Mm.
Some people love him. Some people think he's a genius, and other people think, no, I'm not. I think he's brilliant. I'm a big fan of him. I mean, Afterlife, his new series on Netflix, mate. You should watch that.
I haven't watched that. I should do. Yeah, okay, yeah. Is that where does he die or his wife dies?
No, his wife dies.
Yeah.
By series 1, he's really sort of manic depression. He literally wants to kill himself, and he sort of has a new outlook on life. He doesn't give a fuck of what he says to people. It's really, really good, and you see his sort of.
That's how it should be. I mean,
yeah, you see
really
how he's progressed into darkness, and that is really good series.
It's worth watching. Okay, that's one for thumbs up. I've just seen a comment from News from the Gelding. I'm just going to invite him on, see if he comes on as well, because he's the guy that he likes retro. He plays retro. He's got another channel. He also he writes books, and it's like, to me, writing a book is, yeah, he does. Yeah, he's an author, and yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Don't go. I can't do that. I can't even. I've written short stories, but not like a full-length novel.
No, that's very impressive.
I'm just going to see if he's on. Oh, he's on his phone at the moment. Yeah, he's not here. He's typing on his phone. But yeah, no, it's is it James of the Gelding?
I can't see any chat or anything.
Sorry, I'm supposed to. Sorry, I'm supposed to do that. Can you see that? You can see that.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, got it. Okay. And we've got Amiga Old School as well. But yeah, he's on his phone. Oh, sorry about that, guy. That'd be cool. You need to get your ale on. We've got Amiga Old School.
No, Adam.
Right, geezer. James of Gallender, yeah. If you like fantasy, then do read it. I did get it, but I didn't buy it. Sorry, man. It was.
That's the name of the book, is it?
Yeah, James of Gallender.
I'll have to check that out.
It's like, no, you're on your phone, but you can still log in if you want. Have a chat. What he means is he's otherwise disposed. What are you doing? What is he doing?
Perhaps he's on the bog.
Yeah.
Probably on the bog on his phone.
I've got no qualms. I'm not bothered. But yeah, he's a fancy writer. And it's really interesting following his channel because he does his pictures, paints pictures and stuff. And it's like two things that I can't do properly.
Well, I'm not bad. I can draw cartoon characters. As long as I've got the drawing in front of me, I can draw it.
Yeah, yeah. I'll get on my computer in a bit. Oh, he's getting dragged on now. And what about Old School? Geezer, you on? But it's yeah. I mean,
it's quite good. We had, when you streamed, was it last week?
A few weeks ago, I can't remember now. To be fair,
and we had someone called Team Pandori chatting in the comments and that.
Yeah, I didn't know who that was.
I'm a big fan of his channel and that. And after that stream, Rich, thank you very much. He subscribed to my little channel.
Did he? Man, it's all good. Oh God! So how did he find mine? Rather, was he? He must have been subscribed to me or not? I don't know.
He must have been. Yeah, to show up in your stream.
Because you can put keywords in before you stream. So I'm putting naked women. I'm putting all this stuff. Get everyone in. Naked retro women.
So that gets all them all in, doesn't it? So I didn't know that. I didn't know you could actually put keywords.
Before, so yeah. I mean, I'm not sure with StreamYard because obviously it just chunks it up and it's gone. But if you do OBS, you can pre-stream it. Well, actually, no, I'm sure you can with StreamYard. But yeah, no, it's just funny. I was just going to put some random stuff in. I don't know, just some comical whatever, just to get people in. But no, I mean, obviously it's nice to stick to retro and, you know, retro stuff going on in the chat. But I don't know. It amazes me that people are bothered about this stuff. You think they'd be like forgotten about it or something, but no.
Nostalgia is a powerful thing.
It is. And if you think about, I mean, when was the Nintendo? What's your favourite console, by the way? I forgot.
The Mega Drive.
Mega Drive. What year was that released?
That was released in the UK 1990.
Okay,
I think
1990.
the following year. I think I got mine in 91.
It's 1990, 2000, 2010, 2021. So it's 21 years. Excuse me, roughly 21-year-old, roughly. You imagine back from the year 2000. What I mean is working it out backwards, it's like, whoa, that's like 1960 something. Sorry, I've got hiccups.
Hold your nose.
Yeah, I know. Or stop drinking ginger beer. But it's like I get to a stage in my life where I do that. I think, oh, I'm halfway to 40, halfway to 50, halfway to 60. And like soon I'll be halfway to like pretty big.
Try not to think about numbers.
No, yeah.
I'm as old as I feel.
No, that's the thing.
Which is a kid.
I mean, ultimately I am, yeah, but it's just, I just find it interesting doing
that. Do you know how many days we live on this earth, on average?
A lot of days. I mean, I don't know. Go and tell me.
28,000 days. Which is not. It doesn't sound a lot. 28,000 days.
Divide by 365, and I can't.
That's an average age of about 82 or something.
Yeah. Which
doesn't seem a lot.
But I mean, the thing is, the key to growing old is to have an interest, to have something something you're interested in, I think. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
like done and dusted.
You need your hobbies, don't you?
Yeah, which I think, you know, it does help. And obviously don't do drugs, because I used to smoke, and obviously I use this sometimes. Yeah, I used to be like a heavy smoker, and it's just yeah, I was like, asshole, because that is now I'll be speaking to my younger self. I'll be going like, you idiot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I've never smoked.
No, that's good, because it was, to me, it was like a rock thing. So I was into rock music. It was ripped jeans and Guns N' Roses or whatever. And I did, you know, like I had a cigarette, but it's like, I think it was naivety. You thought it helped you become a better person. It didn't. No, it didn't.
Well, you wouldn't have fit in as well. It's about fitting into that society, innit? You know, especially if most of your friends are drinking, smoking. You know, you want to be around them. So
it was like half and half. Yeah, half and half smoked, and it was, especially when I was at work, because a lot of them pile out. Oh, we'll have a fag break. And it's like, God, how did they justify that as a wage thing? Because you must have, during the day, you must have had, at least I had probably three breaks, 15 minutes. That's an hour and a half out of your working day. You know what I mean? It's like mental. But I mean, I still vape because I don't smoke, basically. That's it. And it's just, yeah, I wouldn't, if I could speak to my earlier self, I would say like, no, man, don't do it, you cock, you idiot, kind of thing. You know,
so I don't even drink really much anymore.
Well, that's good, because you've focused on stuff that is good for you, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think for me it was, especially the smoking, was something that it was like, yeah, this is cool. You know, I'm like fitting in because I'm not. Maybe I what do you call it? Issues with myself. I thought, oh yeah, I'm really crap. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But I don't think it's not as bad as it sounds. Don't worry, I'm not going to do nothing on camera or nothing.
Good.
Yeah, no. But
Don't do it, Rich.
Like, looking back, no, don't worry. But looking back, to me, it was like a self-confidence thing. I think most people agree with it. You know, it was just trying to be cool cats. You know, like you said, fitting in.
You know, that can have a massive effect, can't it? You want to be sort of popular. You want to be, you know, you don't want to be an outcast or anything. No. You know, you do want to fit in with society. You know, if you're slightly different, the world thinks differently of you, and you know, it's not a nice feeling, is it?
That is true, yeah. And I was like, I mean, I was a geek and I suppose a rocker. You know, a rocker in a way of like Guns N' Roses and
Brian Cox,
Nirvana, yeah. Yeah, it was just like, and you go with the flow because it's like, oh, everyone's doing it, so it can't be that bad. But I started off as a computer operator after I left school, and there was one guy that smoked. I really hated it, but you could smoke in the offices, not in the computer room, but in the offices. And he used to smoke. It's like, oh, do you want to try this? Yeah, fine, I'll have a quick drag and I'll have another one. And before you know it, you're buying a pack of 16 or whatever it was, like half and half, the little ones. And I was like, yeah, cool. I'm not going to get addicted. Don't worry, I'm fine. And then before you know it, you're buying packs of 20 and 30 years later, you're still, yes, it is. It's an evil fucking piece of shit that shouldn't be allowed to be there.
I was quite bad when my mum died with alcohol. As soon as I finished work, that was it. I was in the pub with one of my friends, like the handyman. I would literally be in there from 2 o'clock till 10. I'd literally be at the bar, fucking get up the next morning, straight into work, then do it.
What age was that? I mean, roughly.
I was 21.
Yeah, so that's. I mean, again, like you say, it's like back in the day.
Yeah. It was about sort of at the 6 month stage. I thought, what the fuck am I doing? I was burning a lot of cash as well because I'll buy the round here, buy a round, I'll buy a round. Literally just us two in the pub, fucking just getting drunk.
I find it when I'm, you know, when I go out drinking for any length of time, it's like 3 days. It's like, screw that, because it does something to you. It slows you down. I mean, as well as getting you drunk, it's good maybe for one time where you're like, oh yeah, and you chat, and then because we took a break, we had like a day's break. It's like, we can't do this. We honestly can't, and it's not like I drink all the time. So, for example, when I'm back at home, you know, with my wife and stuff, we don't drink that often. But it's like I'm almost like reliving my youth, almost to some extent, which is cool because I enjoy it. But you can't do it for more than 2 or 3 days.
God, I can't even do it one. Do you know the last time I was drunk, Rich, was on my wedding day, which is coming up 5 years.
Holy schmoly. And that was almost like it had to be done. Was it champagne?
I was drinking champagne, ciders, beers. I was drinking it all. And all my mates kept on, every time they saw me, that, you know, they passed me another beer in my hands.
Exactly, because it's almost like it has to be done. You know what I mean? It has to be done because it's part of the ritual. But
yeah, that was the last time I was actually proper drunk, was on my wedding day.
Yeah.
Even when I went a few weeks later, went on my honeymoon, I was literally only having about 5 with the missus, like a few beers, and that was it.
Then I think when you get married, it kind of makes it social. I mean, obviously, I took on my wife's kids, so I have to be, if you like, sober when they're around, because I can't be like a drunken bastard. you know what I mean? Can't be a drunken idiot when they're around. Because Mum,
why did you marry a drunk? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I mean, I do, but if I do have a drink, normally it's in my office, so I'm on my own, and they know I'm drinking, but I'm not getting hammered. I'm just having a nice drink, watching YouTube, maybe streaming, whatever.
Well, it does relax you a little bit as well, doesn't it?
It does, but it's not. It's not like in the olden days where you just went out, you got hammered, and then you got up, and then you did it again. Because, yeah, you realise now, later on, that it's not such a good thing. And I get a buzz from being with my wife and being with, the kids and stuff, and that's more of a buzz than being drunk. But
totally agree with you.
Yeah, when you get into the point of, you want to go to a pub, yeah, fine, I will, or a beer festival. It's like, oh, Vesuvi's come on. You still there? How's your bike, by the way?
Hopefully you got it fixed.
Yeah, I should hope so. I bet he didn't. I bet he just went back to bed or went out. If you want to get on, you can. We've got 2 potentials coming on. But yeah, it's just, you see life totally differently. It's like you say, when you get married, everything changes in a good way, a heck of a good way.
So, I mean, the walks we've been going on, that's my beer at the moment. They've been fabulous, especially the one we did the other day to that waterfall.
Yeah.
It's absolutely stunning.
I'm not sure I've seen them because I haven't been on YouTube for a while looking at stuff.
I posted the video yesterday.
Right, yeah. Cool. Oh, thanks for the link, by the way, to where you can just post YouTube videos.
Oh, that's all right, mate. No problem.
Yeah, no, appreciated. It was like I wasn't sure because you texted me saying I've sent you the link, and I was like looking for the link, email, nothing, and it was like, oh, it's on Facebook. I thought that's quite good. Bike's all fixed up. Cost me about 80 quid though. Is that good? How much is the bike worth? 20 quid.
It's an electric bike, so that's probably quite good for fixing it.
Do you find you listen to old music as well? Like when you were back in the day?
My favourite music is the 60s and 70s.
Oh, right, yes.
My dad brought me up on all that music and it's sort of stuck. Yeah. I mean, my favourite singer of all time, if you could believe it, is Roy Orbison.
Oh, God, I thought you were going to say like Elvis or something because, Well, Roy Orbison was one of my dad's favourites, and it was the Pretty Woman.
Oh, fantastic!
It's like, oh my God, it's timeless. It's because I remember when he wanted something for his birthday, and I found it in W.H. Smith's. It was on the shelf like as a cassette. It's like, yes, I'm going to get that. Yeah, he kind of appreciated it, but it's one of those things. I've not heard of any of the other stuff though.
He done "I Drove All Night." That's another good song.
Cool.
Yeah, he's done loads of songs. Most probably a third of his songs he co-wrote them as well. So he's very good at writing songs too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the Stones, Manfred Mann, the Animals, all them type of
from the 60s,
groups, the Trogs,
the Kings. Yes, yeah, that's really good. I like they're really good. I mean, but I do like the 60s. So like 60s, I'm not sure about the 70s, but the 80s and 90s, yeah. And then zeros are like, no, don't think so. Too much rock, too much pretend rock.
Yeah, definitely not. All this fake music in the background. Yeah, it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier because in a pub there was a speaker just sitting in the outside, and it was just playing 60s, and it was like, oh, do you remember this song? Who's this? It's like, I can't remember. And it's like we had to ask someone. It's like, oh, it's him, and it's just one of those things that with the music, you know the music, but you don't know who did it. That's the thing. At least I find.
I'm always like that. Someone on the radio come on, and my manager might pop in and say, "Oh, who's singing that?" So I don't know, but I know the song. I'm really terrible for that.
It's mad, but I'm a Guns N' Roses fan.
Yeah, I'll go
Totally.
on the road.
The early
Right.
time, yeah, Appetite is just amazing, you know. But I like Shaking Stevens, so a bit more 80s.
Yeah, Shaking Stevens. Yeah, one of my mum's favourites, Shaking Stevens was.
Really, I've seen him live. Saw him
Oh, yeah.
live like about 3-4 years ago. Yeah, because he was on a TV program where it was like see your ancestors, and he found out they were something to do with really dark, depressive, like coal mines or something. So his next album was really dark, like bluesy. And it's like shit. He can actually do music, but he
I
started off.
do like the blues. I do like the blues,
Yeah,
especially the original blues from like the 40s with that raw
yeah.
sound,
When
like
it was,
Swain Lewis and Fats Domino, and
yeah, and
then
it was almost like illegal music because a lot of like black women did it. There was a few black women that did it. Have you seen that one where that woman plays it? She's playing it on a train track, or no, on a station across the train track, and they can only film across. There's something to do with the boundary or something. I can't remember her name.
I'll have
But
to look that up.
yeah, I mean, you probably find it. And it's, you know, it was to do with obviously, you know, because of the American thing with black people. But it was, yeah, she was almost like gospel, I think. You know,
Yeah, I
like
mean, I like Sam Cooke as well. He was a sort of a gospel singer.
mm,
Sam Cooke, he was brilliant. It's shame that he was killed by a bloody motel manager.
was he?
Yeah, he was shot dead by a motel manager.
Oh God, it's like don't rough your
He
room
was
up
a real
here.
religious chap, and he knew Sam Cooke. He obviously heard of
Oh,
Sam
okay.
because he was a legend, and he heard that, like, you know, he was already married, and he apparently had a girl back with him. So, being a very religious motel manager, he went and shot him, and then shot himself.
That's
Mental,
mental.
isn't it?
There were, yeah,
Absolutely mental.
it's quite topical based on Plymouth, isn't it? Like, oh
Yeah,
God, it's like, yeah, mad.
yeah.
But
And then
that was,
just before that, he was starting to get into blues music. So some of his songs were really getting into the blues, and he was really, really good at the blues from just a few of his songs that he released at that point. So he was moving away from the gospel
yeah,
to
yeah.
the
It's like
blues.
mad because there's like a blues scale on the guitar, which is like you can adapt it to anything. It's like
Yeah.
mental. No, interesting. I'll have to look at that. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I keep forgetting. News from the Gelding. This is the writer and the retro game player. So he does.
I don't think I've subscribed to him. I'll subscribe to him after this.
It's like it's amazing how people find channels. To be fair, you know, you can search for Nintendo or Sega. Come on, James, Jimmy boy. But yeah, I think I found him slightly after yours, and he does a lot of live streams. He drinks ale, so that's two things that are cool with me. And retro, you know, retro games. So introducing Jim. Hey,
Hello there.
Nice to meet you, Jim.
Hello.
Introductions.
Is it working?
It is working. We can see you.
We can hear you as well.
Good. Oh, good. Thanks. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, no.
I was just about to go to bed.
All right. See you then. No, it's like Jim.
I got a beer now.
There's a lot of stuff that is like quite close to my heart, like UFOs. He does artwork, and you do retro gaming. So, any excuse.
Yeah, I'm all over the place, but I'm just doing little bits of this, little bits of that. I should be more focused on one thing, really, but yeah, I just like lots of different things, dipping my toe in different places, and pretty much failing across the board. But I quite enjoy what I'm doing, at least.
No, you always.
That's the main thing, though, isn't it? If
Yeah.
you enjoy it,
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether the content's all over the place. As long as you're having fun, enjoying it, that's what
Yeah.
YouTube's about.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I've been doing it for almost 2 years now. But yeah, I suppose I very quickly realized it wasn't going to be something that would be a success in terms of, I never thought about making money out of it, but I thought there might be a bit more engagement. But I think that's the problem, because I'm doing so many disparate things, book reviews, art, whatever. I think people are interested in maybe one video and then the next one isn't their kind of thing. So, but at the same time, I think some people like it and they stick around. So I'm just going to carry on doing it because that's what I like doing.
Yeah, damn. I will be checking your channel out.
Ah, thanks.
Yeah. But you've got 2 channels, so you've got your retro gaming and your art side.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so this News from the Gelding is the writing, and now it's become more of an art thing. I just show new paintings that I've been doing. The other one is Jim's Retro Retreat, but that's really sporadic. If I'm playing a new game, I'll just record it and then stick it on there. But that's even less successful than the other one. But
don't
it's good fun. It's at least I feel as though you're not playing alone, because I always play my games alone. At least it feels like someone else is watching, albeit belatedly. That's quite a nice feeling, really. Yeah.
That's mad. So, what are you drinking? That's Carlsberg.
This is some premium
export.
Morrison's Export premium lager. Good stuff.
Did you ever use a Nintendo? Well, what was your game line? Obviously Commodore 64, but I'm just interested in.
I started with the Commodore 64 in the late 80s, then Amiga 500 all through the 90s. Even when consoles were coming on, PlayStation and whatnot, I stuck with Amiga quite late. I got a 1200, and then I was drawn over to PlayStation as I went through PlayStation 1 and 2, and then I stopped playing modern games, and then I found emulators and just carried on with Commodore and Amiga again. I think it's just the nostalgia for me was so powerful.
We were talking
those
about
games
that
you remembered aren't so good, but
sort of similar to you, Rich. Then.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that quite the timeline was the same, but yeah. But it's like I missed out the proper consoles until it was the PlayStation. Yeah.
So you both missed out that console war of Nintendo versus Sega.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember
a lot of fun there.
The Sega was good.
I remember there was massive rivalry.
One sec, back in a minute. Just getting another. Stay there.
Yeah, I was aware of the rivalry at the time, but it didn't really apply to me because I didn't really, play either of those systems. But yeah, it was. I mean, the same thing happened later, didn't it, with PlayStation and Xbox? And I think it still does. There's a lot of that going on.
I think it's a bit more friendly now.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Yeah, okay. When Sega and Nintendo, especially Sega, they really went after Nintendo with a lot of different slogans like Sega does that Nintendo don't, and
yes,
a lot of different things like that. They were really sort of hammering it in. But
I remember some of the adverts.
Yeah, some quite brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, good selling point, but.
Yeah, because I think Sega wanted to distance themselves from like children and aim it at adults a bit more. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, they wanted to get that sort of teenage market.
That was a really good marketing ploy, really, because that was a massive untapped resource, really. Because I don't think Nintendo have ever fully got rid of that association with it being more of a children's console.
No, they haven't.
Though the Switch is a bit they're trying to branch out a bit more, aren't they, with games? But...
I think that's helped them massively. The Switch has, especially it's quite a nice sized tablet in it as well, which you can take anywhere with you and that. So yeah, I think they're doing really well with that console.
Yeah, very, very well. Because I used to have a PSP. I had one of those for a few years, and I quite enjoyed using that. But it didn't really take on as well as the Switch is doing, I don't think.
No, well, sometimes these consoles and like handhelds are quite ahead of their time, and I don't think people are quite ready for it.
No, that's true. The same could be said of the Atari Lynx. The 16. That was 16-bit, wasn't it?
That's it. Yeah, the handheld. Yeah.
Yeah, because I had one of those. But there weren't many games really, and then it kind of petered out and just died a slow death, unfortunately. But I really liked that. It was quite nicely designed. I mean, it's really chunky now by modern standards, but yeah, it was, and backlit as well when the Game Boys were still just LCD. There's
quite
no backlit.
Rare sight.
Yeah. I've been selling some actually recently. I sold a Game Boy Color on eBay. Got 48 quid for it.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's way more than I thought it was going to be.
Was that a bid up, was it?
Sorry?
Was it a bid up for it?
Yeah, I put it on for, I don't know, 20 quid or 30 quid. And then it just kept getting bid up to 48. I only had 2 games with it, but yeah, there's a lot of interest. I'm also at the moment I'm selling my old collection of Amiga floppy disks, over 500 of them. I'm selling them as a job lot, and that's very good at the moment.
Wow! Yeah, there we go. God, are you selling for money? I mean, you don't want to keep them just for nostalgia. Are you actually selling them just to sell them, or do you need the money, or is it just
to get rid of it, really? I mean, it's just been hanging around for the last 20 years, and I've gone away from the hardware interest. It's more I prefer the emulation now. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just getting rid of it.
That's mad. You sure you're not going to regret it in the end after 2 years down the line?
Yeah, probably. I've photographed it all, so I've got a record of all the games I had and everything. But it's just we live in a really small apartment, so it's just really in the way. So just get rid of it. I didn't think anyone would want them, but yeah, there's people quite willing to buy my old floppy disks.
So are they all games, or have you got some demos in there, or did you ever used to do the demos?
There's some demos, but yeah, a little bit, but it was mostly games for me then, and my brothers. We were all into just gaming really. But later on, I mean, through emulation, I've got more into the demo scene. But yeah, even back then, it was just purely games. Yeah.
Games, yeah. Oh, interesting.
You want it, Rich.
Oh, well, the back of something in my head saying like, "Rich, go for it." But no, I think that's the same. It's like, no, I've got the games that I want based on when I was younger, so I bought them again. But I just don't want a whole shed load of games because I wouldn't have played them then, or I didn't play them then, so I'm not bothered about them now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like, yeah. I mean, I did do a game or a couple of game discs. Do you remember Amiga Power? The magazine?
Yeah.
That was, we had a couple of front discs on there. We were a group called Mental Image, so I did the graphics and, the artwork and stuff, and they did quite well. They were public domain, but people said, if you like it, then send a £5. Do you remember that, where you could actually say, you know, if you're interested in them, then, you know, send it back. So we got a few quid, about 35 quid, which isn't bad. But yeah,
nice.
But it's funny that's the kind of disc I would keep, something that I've done. But the rest of the games are like, yeah, whatever, you know, just make money from them.
Did you actually code games? Did you, or were they demos?
I didn't. No, I mean there were games, but I didn't code them because God, have you tried 68,000 code? It's like no, I could just about do 6502 on the 64, or the, you know, the Spectrum ZX80 code. But on the Amiga, it was like no chance. And the pixel graphics were easier. So if you look for the mental image game disc 2, that's my, you know, claim to fame, which I love. And it's on YouTube, so it's quite easy to find. But yeah, because I mean I was very much a programmer back in the day. So, you know, you got out of school. What are you good at? I don't know, but I like computers because I'm sitting on my own with nobody else around, and I'm just writing it. So you had no people with you, nothing, you know, just writing the code. But yeah, it's just, you know, that's kind of my early history.
But I used to love programming for the Spectrum.
Yeah.
I wasn't particularly good at it because always every 5 minutes called me dad to have a look. Dad, it's not working. Can you go through all the coding? So he'd go through it, get it working for me. But yeah, I used to love programming the little games they used to have in the Spectrum mag.
Yeah. Oh wow! So he helped you like debug it. That's cool.
Oh, he was brilliant. He wrote a program for bingo as well, because my mum used to love bingo, and we used to have all the friends over for that. So he literally programmed the bingo game himself. So the numbers would come up, and he called them out. You know, he was brilliant at programming on the ZX Spectrum.
Wow. God, that is yeah. I mean, my dad was like, I don't. Just stay quiet in your room. That's what it was. Just stay in there. Don't talk to me. Don't come down. Don't watch, you know, TV. No, it wasn't that bad, but he like encouraged me to do what I liked. So it was like, you know, I didn't like sports. Screw that. You know, I couldn't play sports, so it was like, well, what else? This, and this, and I worked out, programming. So you know, that was it. So he bought me a Spectrum. You know, I can't ever remember him helping me debug it, but he used to like playing them. My mum did as well. Manic Miner, you know.
Yeah, mine was Nifty Lifty. Fucking love that game.
I'm not sure I played that, to be honest.
Oh, a classic! It's very simple, very simple game. You literally
that was the Spectrum, was it?
Go on the Spectrum. You're literally going up the lift. I reviewed it on one of my videos.
Oh man, I missed that. Yeah,
2 months ago. So yeah, have a look back, Rich.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Great game. Simple.
You know, Jim, do you know James? Oh my God, there's 2 Jameses here. Jim, do you know James's channel?
I don't think so. No. I've seen you on here before when I've seen a couple of these live streams. But I don't. Sorry.
I always take over Rich's live streams.
But the thing is like mad because I think for me, I really got into YouTube when it was COVID, the beginning of COVID. So I was furloughed. I was like, what am I going to do? And I was playing these games. I thought, well, I may as well try and work out how to put it onto the YouTube thing people talk about. And I did, but I was recording it. And then I think the end of last year, I thought, no, I like the live stream. I like the live stuff where you talk to people like this because it's almost like immediate. And do you know what I mean? It's like talking about real stuff rather than just recording to myself and cutting it and pasting it and putting it up. I mean, yeah, you know, it's like reminiscing.
It's the social thing as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
which is
agreed,
nice
totally. It's like Retro Chef. He's like, you know, seeing his stuff, and he's got a really good thing going.
Swap Shop is brilliant.
Yeah,
really good.
Yeah, It's even, Basubi. I think his name is James as well, isn't it?
It is, yeah, James.
Yeah, I've got 3 James. Seeing where his setup is, and then he looks out and it's like this bright, like Japanese thing area going on. It's like, oh God, I wish I had my retro collection there. Seriously, it's just like amazing seeing little bit of people's retro life, if you like.
You get a little glimpse of their life, don't you? Which is quite nice.
Yeah, totally. When I think I saw you two at the same time. I mean, that was way back, over a year ago, beginning of last year. And I saw Jane. Oh God, I'm gonna have to name you now. Name you different. Hang on.
Just call me Game Zone.
Game Zone. That's a bit rude. Game Zone. Just call you Bird Room.
Little Birdman. Birdman.
I'm trying to work out which comments I've turned on so I can turn it off so you can see your names. There we go. Oh yeah, Jim, Game Zone. Oh, Game Zone Bird. GZBR, right? And Jim. But yeah, I saw you both at the pretty much at the same time. And it was like mad. I really got into about 5 or 6 channels, and Basubi was one of them. But it was like your content was like, what do you call it? From the heart, if that makes sense. You're going like, I'm just speaking to 2 people on the internet, and it's like, but then you talked about your stuff, and it was the same with me. It was like, yeah, I've got no people following me, so I'm just going to do what I do. And it kind of resonated, if you like, with me. Do you know what I mean? It's brilliant. Just do what the hell you want. It's brilliant.
That's the best thing about YouTube. It's your channel. Do what you want with it, really.
That's right. I think that's the problem when I think channels have some success in a particular area, and they feel the need to go down a particular avenue that they may not really enjoy, but they're doing it for the popularity, perhaps. Whereas we have total freedom, I suppose. Yeah,
because we're smaller. But I spent so much time editing videos and putting a nice intro on, and it's like, if you think about it, yeah, exactly. If they're watching 3 of your videos and they see that same intro going on, they're not bothered. They're not bothered, are they? They just want to see the content. Like, wow. Do you remember that engine thing going on?
I used to like that.
Yeah, I did. But if you think about it, if they're watching 3 of them, they don't want to see all that. It's just like, yeah, okay, just get on with the show. But yeah,
that's where I'm going wrong. Keep on going games.
No, but that for you, that is like a catchphrase. Yeah, and it is. It just it's everyone for himself. Do you know what I mean? It's just mad. Right, we got another Amiga guy. His name's Adam, and he's here now. All right, Adam.
Morning. I'd say afternoon.
Evening.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm doing well, thanks. I hope everyone else is all right.
Yeah.
Bit nervous for some reason. Bit nervous today. I don't know why. Because I haven't done anything. I keep saying that. But
when are you going to release a video?
I did a high score challenge, but soon. I've got to sort this lot out again. I've got no room.
Are you in your roof again? You're in your roof.
Yeah.
No, cool.
So I was going to come on last week, but
it's slightly different as well, isn't it?
The time I set everything up, you was gone. I think I said that on.
I saw the message saying just setting up my laptop and this and that.
Yeah.
But I wasn't sure because obviously I had like twice as much to drink as I had now. I didn't know, so I couldn't say sorry about not coming on.
No, it's fine. Yeah,
sorry about that.
No, I wouldn't worry. I mean, I wasn't sure at first because I was listening. I saw James on, and then Feed Me Chicken come on, and I thought,
oh God, yeah, that was funny.
And I thought, I don't know, I like to, but I was tired last week. I was. But yeah, I like popping on here. It's nice. It's nice and relaxed sort of chat. It's
good to see you. Yeah, I find that as well. It's because we were just talking about earlier about making the videos, and it's like, yeah, but you can just do this and just.
Yeah.
Game Zone, James, he does his second camera as pointing at the TV, which is really good. You know, that works. So you can still do the gaming thing.
It's funny because I really don't know how to set it up to show the game footage. So I had to come up with something to show if I wanted to do a live stream with gaming. I had to figure out something to do it. So basically, I tried to see if a second camera would work. So I sent the link to my phone, and it turned out okay, really.
It does.
What I'm thinking of, because it's on that subject, is that this laptop that I'm using doesn't have. It only has a mic out. It doesn't have what is it? Like a mic in or sort of thing. So I can't connect any audio to it other than the microphone what I'm using. But the thing is, if you use a trying to think of an easy way to explain it. 2 phonos. I'm using the Amiga, for instance. So 2 phonos into the mixer, into the PC, then use a webcam or just use audio, and that will use the audio on your game. So if you've got your 2 phonos, then you can link that to your main computer. I'm moved out of the thingy now, and then use another webcam to use your main picture on yourself, and use that. That's what I'm trying to figure out myself. I think we had this conversation many months ago, but that's what I'm thinking and how to do it, because I want to use StreamYard and play Final, or set the Amiga up and play Amiga music and have that playing in the background.
It's like StreamYard is good for having guests on, as you see now.
Yeah.
So it's cool having a way to get the game involved, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Hence why I came up with the second camera.
Yeah.
Works perfectly well.
It does make sense. I mean, I've got another webcam over there. It's an old 700, I think, like Logitech, but I could use that and have that streaming the mixer. So when the Amiga music, like the equalizer that goes up and down, and that can play like the Amiga. I can have that webcam in the spare room, focus on that, and then this webcam up here focusing on me and the monitor. But it's just time, isn't it? I wanted to do that this weekend, but I don't know. I could give it a go now, but I'm on here now. I am. Anyway, I'll let you
carry on. You're all right.
No, I can't do that. I'm quite happy to sit here. And to have a chat with you lot.
Oh my God! Can I introduce the people that don't know each other?
Yeah. Well, I've got Jim. I'm not sure on Jim, but I know James.
Right, we've got. Oh, Jim. Yeah, we've got Jim, James, and we've got Adam, Jim, and James. Jim is an author and an artist.
Yeah.
And it's like proper artist, not pixel artist. It's like proper on paper and stuff and canvas. And he's a retro gamer as well, so he understands the Commodore 64 and Amiga and what have you.
Sounds like no, it sounds like the sort of person I like to this chat to.
I feel like I'm being ganged up here with all you Amigas. I'm a console player,
It's funny, I think the last time I did a live stream, it was all like Nintendo. I was getting beaten up for what's better, the C64 or the N64.
I'm in the wrong bit over there. That's the Amiga over there. That is.
I got you. Yeah. God, that is so sweet.
But yeah, I'm stuck with the Mega Drive at the moment, using these 2 screens here. So I thought,
there we go. Thumbs up. Yeah.
I thought I'd sit over here with the Mega Drive on.
Oh, wicked. But yeah, Jim is an author as well. A couple of books. Jim, like to tell?
Yeah, I'm just playing at it really. It's all self-published stuff. But yeah, I've done a couple of fantasy novels, and yeah, I'm working on some short stories for science fiction at the moment. But I'm focusing more on painting at the moment, just because I can make some money out of that, whereas my writing just is absolutely useless. But yeah, I'm just trying to scrounge money here and there.
Don't blame you. It sounds all right, especially with the painting and the artwork and everything.
Nice, brilliant.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, that was my background before all this, but I think about 6 years ago, I decided just to start. I'm just working crap jobs just so it gives me more time to do what I want to do. And then the idea was eventually maybe I'll be able to make a full living either writing or painting. But unfortunately, none of that's happened. I'm still stuck in a shit job, but I'm enjoying doing, what I'm doing.
That's the main thing. Even if it's not that great, you're still enjoying it.
That's right. Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing that when I was talking about when I first saw all of your channels is the enthusiasm. That's the thing. Adam, I'm not sure. I think I might have turned up when he was like DJing. He was just like, okay, a little bit hammered, but he was DJing he was actually DJing properly.
Yeah, just final mixing.
Yeah, and that was so cool. It's like, yes, that's subscribe. But it's like Sorry, go on.
No, I was just saying I need to do that again, but the decks, they're fine, but it's just got stuff on top of them, and I need to clear up. I do, and I can't.
Like Amigas? Has he got Amigas stuck on top?
No, it's got a Commodore 64 Maxi on there that I haven't opened yet.
Maxi. Nice one. Yeah.
I haven't, but yeah, I haven't opened that yet. I was going to save it. I was until I need it. I've got the C64 over there. I have Spectrum, Amiga, and 64 on that desk that you just saw. But that's my main bit over there, which I really enjoy. I do. Over here it's all right, but it's just easier to set the laptop up with the camera.
Yeah, no, I think.
So will any of you be picking up the Amiga Mini?
Amiga Mini. Is that going to be like this big? Because it's like the Amiga's big anyway.
I'll let someone else discuss that. I will.
No,
I've got reasons why I wouldn't, but I'm happy for it because it will involve other people that seen videos on it, and it might open up more games for it as well. So it'll bring the Amiga back into the homes. It will, but it's not really for me. It isn't. It'll be nice on HDMI, but I love the CRT filters, not on the system, but playing it on a CRT.
Like proper.
That's what I would rather have, but I'm happy that it's come out.
Well, that's the pixels, isn't it? That's how they were designed to be shown.
Exactly, yeah.
Through CRT. So when you're blending it, you're doing it on a CRT, not on a high res kind of HDMI kind of thing.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, I love CRTs. I do. Why not coming on?
I mean, you've even got the T-shirt on.
Oh, right, out one. Yeah, I normally got the QPR top on because it's like warm and I'm just hanging about around the house, so I don't really need, to wear like thick T-shirts. But I'm always on a stream with a QPR and England top on, so I had to change it for this one.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I've actually got the top I was wearing today here. There's the QPR top. I've just flung this one on. I have. Like but yeah. As I say, I'll let you carry on with the Amiga Mini.
Yeah, I mean, I did the ZX Spectrum next, and it's still fully boxed. Accelerated version, fully boxed. I haven't.
Mine's connected, but I haven't given it any time. I haven't. I need to, but it's just
like... Sorry, go on.
No, I was just saying it's just time, isn't it? There is, and it's been warm, obviously. This summer it's been on and off a bit cold, but yeah, it's just timing. I just haven't been bothered to do much. I haven't. The first time I've been up here, to be honest.
It's been baking up in Scotland for months.
Yeah,
I moved away to get away from the hot weather, and it's been nothing but fucking hot.
You wait until winter, you'll be freezing your nuts off. Both.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
and probably Jim as well. I don't know what it's like in winter in that place. But you're Devon though. You're down south, so you're right. You won't be so.
Right in the middle of the Highlands.
Yeah.
The Highlands.
That's nice.
It's gonna be very cold in the winter.
Yeah.
Your long johns.
Yeah. I've already got them in the my cupboard, my long johns. They're
I'm
already
sure I
waiting.
think Adam in his like playing on an Amiga with a scarf on and a hat.
I'll tell you what, it's been worse in the winter time up here because I've got like the jacket on, and when I'm breathing, you see, you know, because I've had tea, you get all the, you know, like the condensate or whatever you call it, the smoke out your mouth. You do,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's too hot in the summer and too cold in the winter. Yeah,
Brilliant.
But yeah, I need to spend more time up here. I do. Just got Street Fighter over here.
Are you playing it now? Are you playing it live online?
Well, no, but I've just.
I mean, that CRT is stupidly big.
They're not. They're only 14s. They are. But
they're not massive. It's like crazy.
No, they're just 14 inches. I had a 28-inch Sony Trinitron that's over there. But that's too big, so I've swapped these out with these four. But the Super Nintendo, I mean, the NES ain't working. I've got the flashy light. I have.
Right. What does that mean? Like, is that like the blue screen of death?
Sort of. It's a 7-pin capacitor that's gone on it. So I took it out, cleaned it up and everything, but I need to replace the 72. I do. James is saying it's been heavy raining.
Yeah. That's mad. So you can't, no, I'm just saying to James, it's like it's been heavy rain, so you can't ride your bike. See, I don't know. You can ride your boat though. You'll be all right. Oh, Sega Zombie. Oh, evening, guys.
Sega Zombie, legend.
Oh, this ain't working.
Scott, you look like you work for NASA with all them old monitors.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Especially with that headset. Houston, we have a problem.
Would you find that's kind of comforting having loads of CRTs around you? If you're in an office and you've got like screens, it might not be CRTs, but it's really comforting. Well, it is for me anyway. Maybe I'm weird. I don't know. If you've got loads of like screens doing different things, I love it. I do.
Yeah. As I said, I need to change the one of these. Well, not change it, but I've got the daisy chain on them, so I've got these two connected to the Mega Drive at the moment. But if I swap that out and then switch that on and hit the switch down here,
you're just showing off now, aren't you?
No, I'm not. And
Scott's a fan of your T-shirt.
Is he? Yeah. And the PlayStation he's on now.
Oh, nice one.
So yeah, there's a few things connected to it. There is, but it's hard to do videos on them because obviously the flicker, and you've got to try and get the what you call it, the screen flickering and everything, and it just takes forever. It does, but I don't know about capturing it though. That's the thing, because everything's up here and the main computer is in the spare room, so it's difficult to do it.
Why don't you get a USB capture device?
I could, but I need the USB leads and everything else, the HDMI cable or whatever it is. If you use a Gatto, you need to bring them all downstairs. So I need to extend the leads and everything.
No, you can just get USB to plug into it to capture it.
It's like a box that will record it while you're playing it. Yeah, it's just a self-contained box, I think.
Like the Gatto, isn't it?
But you can get cheaper ones.
Are you going to the Game Zone Bird Room just for?
I am going into the Game Zone Bird Room. Every single console is connected to one TV.
If Sega Zombie just saying about the T-shirt. It was eBay about 2 years ago. It was. I love Outrun, but I didn't want the car and everything. I just wanted like the logo across it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all right. I like it.
I do. I've got like a Commodore 64 T-shirt, so it's across the front. And I think I've got a ZX Spectrum as well. But
I tell you what, the ZX Spectrum one that I had is that it's fine. It's what everyone else has got with the ZX Spectrum and the Monochrome or whatever it is. But I had a jumper, but it's too small. It's like that much too small. So when you sit down, you can see your back and everything.
It goes up, yeah.
Just looking at what James is showing.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh yeah. That's similar to what I've got.
So literally, I put the little USB drive in it.
Yeah.
And it captures.
Right.
And then you plug that into your laptop.
Yeah, I don't know if this laptop will handle it though. That's the thing. It might do, but I don't know. Anyway, I still love pointing the camera at the screen, and you get like the scan lines and everything.
That's like the Millennium Falcon. I saw that. You see that?
I'll wake them up. Hello, Dex.
Wow.
Hello.
Is that an African grey?
It is, yeah. The other one was a blue-fronted Amazon. And then these are me little babies. So I've got a budgie. I've got I don't know if you can see him.
Bird room.
Yeah, this is all the Game Zone bird room. My parrot, he's the world's smallest parrot.
Wow.
And my cockatiel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's smaller than a budgie.
One.
Yeah, he's smaller than a budgie, he is. He's tiny. And your baby.
Do any of them speak at all?
Dexter, my African grey, says loads of shit.
But
every time I put a camera in front of him,
he does actually say just loads of shit. That's all he says.
Just loads of shit.
But that
all that stuff's connected just to the one TV. It's a shame it's not a CRT, it's a LCD, but
oh yeah, okay.
I've only got two LCDs up here. That's one connected to the PC, the 360 and the PS3. I can't do LCDs.
But it's like, for me, CRT has a slight smell to it. I know that sounds daft, and I'm going to it does though when you turn them on.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see this one. If I turn this off, you can see if it does it.
It's not
the little flash on it.
Yes, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
And when you turn it on, you hear dunk like that, and it comes on. It's like this Sony one up here. This is an old. This is just an RF telly. That one up there. So it's no SCART. It's not connected because I want it for the Atari, which I've got a desk here. If I turn that around, there's Philips. Well, there with the Atari on it. So it's a desk there. Just that's ET. That is. But yeah, the Atari's just there. So I'm going to move that telly over there because it's RF, and that's what like the Atari 2600 uses, just RF.
It's like modern world problems. Where do I move my CRT like half size to the big one and move it around?
I don't know. It's just awkward, isn't it? But he's just a bit happy what you're playing and what you're playing on. Really, it's the only thing you can do.
Would you ever think about writing about your memoirs? I know that sounds daft, but would you ever your memoirs about the old time
your memories, like a book, when
the car? Oh, sorry, your memories, the cars you had, the monitors you had when you were young, or what you did.
I don't know. I mean, to be fair, nothing's really. I haven't got. I mean, I'm talking too much. But I haven't really got rid of anything. I mean, my mum sold the Atari 2600 to her brother. Then her brother sold it. I asked for it back, and I couldn't get it. So about 20 years ago, I bought Atari 600 for £1 at a boot sale. Gave it to my mum. She kept it, and then I got it back. So, but the Amiga I never sold. So yeah, and all these other stuff. That's my original Master System.
So you've got had stories then, basically, about when you bought them, what you were playing, who you were with, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'd fancy doing that, but it might be interesting, but not as interesting as that.
But I found what I wanted to do last year, but I never got around to it, is talk about like the before the Amiga days. So like holding back the Amiga. So before I bought it, when I got the 500, which was broken, and there's a story about a crowbar being involved.
Oh yes.
And
do tell.
No, well, I'll spoil it, but this is what I want to chat about. And then when I've got the 600, when I've got the 1200, and then just progression as it goes on today, really.
Yeah.
Buying the Super NES, getting the NES for 15 quid off a person at work with 5 games.
Jammy bastard. Sorry, excuse me, Frank.
And then getting the N64 with, I think, Mario 64, some wrestling games, Zelda, 2 pads for 22 quid. But yeah, I've got a few things, but I don't know, I've not become lazy. I have.
But
I don't know.
You are a collector rather than just a hoarder, if that makes. Sorry.
I collect.
You're a player rather than just a hoarder, if that makes sense.
I'm a bit of everything, to be fair. I collect, but I like to collect consoles and computers. The gaming side, I mean, I've got my original PS1 and PlayStation 2 that I never sold. And yeah, it's just the collection's just built up, really. Yeah, so I've just never gone out, never sold to buy, if you know what I mean. I've just kept what I had originally and never got rid of. And there's a 386 PC there that I never got rid of. And my dad, I'll just show you, well, I'll just bring this round. My mum and dad's next door neighbour chucked that out the other day. Well, about half a year ago. But I've got to take the battery out. So it's a 286. What is it? Intel.
So much luck. Like, I've never seen somebody chuck out an old computer or anything.
I've got to sort that out. But yeah, it's just timing, isn't it? Yeah, and these streams. Yeah, there used to be loads of streams going on, and I just sit here on a Saturday night where I would be doing the video, and I've just sat here and watched the stream. But
nice,
anyway, I'll let someone else have a chit chat. I end up chatting too much.
Go on, Jim. It's your turn.
I don't know what I would talk about.
Yeah, go on. Actually, when you first got your Commodore 64 or your Spectrum, were you a Spectrum guy or not? I don't know.
No, I never. Well, saying that, I mean, I've got this. It's not a Spectrum. I don't even know what it is, to be fair. Well, it's a Sinclair
ZX81.
That's the first one they released.
Yeah, that was
okay, right.
Phone, wasn't it?
Yeah, ZX Spectrum.
Yeah,
ZX81, yeah, Spectrum. Sorry, Sinclair. Yeah,
one of them.
Yeah. Here we go. Go on,
yeah.
Game Zone, James. Go on, compare your ZXs then.
Mine broke about 10 years ago.
Because I haven't even ever had one, but yeah.
But I do love me Spectrums.
I love the Spectrum. I do.
So is that what
I never tried. A friend of mine had one. I had a little go on it years and years ago.
One.
Yes.
That's the rubber key, isn't it? Is that the rubber key one?
That's the rubber key one, yeah. That one.
And then that's the 48K after.
That's it, yeah. And the toast rack.
I don't like those toaster ones. I like the originals. So Jim, you had a ZX81. You actually had a ZX81.
Yes, but I don't know, I was like 5 or 6 when we got it.
They rammed it down your throat then when you were like young. No, really, you had no fingernails, but you're supposed to type. That's really cool.
Yeah, I don't know what the thinking was. We didn't know what to do with it. So it very quickly went up into the loft, which is where it's been for the last 30 years or whatever. And then, we got a second-hand Commodore 64, the old, was it bread box or bread bin or whatever they call it? Bread bin. And we absolutely loved that. But this was just for us, it was mind-blowing because we'd never played like arcade machines or anything like that. So this was just an amazing experience. And then being able to play, 2-player games, because I got lots of brothers and sisters and we were always fighting over it, and it was on all day, and the power pack was, you could barely touch it by the end of the day because it never went off. And then we just played that for years then until the Amiga came, and then it went up another level. And I mean, I've always been interested, because I'm interested in art in general. I never got into the digital side of things, but I always appreciated graphics, and so the step up from the graphics on the Commodore to the Amiga was just, it was mind-blowing for me, and really, you know, fired my imagination, like the Beast games especially. I loved the artwork in those games, and then the sound as well was another level up. Yeah, I suppose I sometimes regret that I didn't go down the path of getting into graphics, you know, for games even, but yeah, I was just all over the place as a youngling, and nothing went to plan. But yeah, just love, yeah, the nostalgia. It's just nostalgia for me now. Yeah, I'm not really interested in modern gaming, really. Yeah, does that make sense?
It does. It does what you said. I mean, you know, with the step from the C64 up to the Amiga, I mean, I was blown away with the Amiga, and that's my main passion. The Spectrum, the Amiga, and the Master System were the three main computer consoles that I got brought up with. But yeah, the Amiga, I just still love it. It's, you know, I turn it on now and I put a module on, and you know, the hairs still stand up on end.
I must apologise to Scott Sagerson, but I have not got a Spectrum anymore. It broke about 10 years ago. And they've kept their price as well. They're quite pricey still.
They've gone up, they have, Spectrums.
Yeah. Especially the one that I used to have, the ZX Spectrum Plus 2 with the inbuilt tape cassette.
So you have the grey one or the black one?
The grey one.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the black one was the floppy disk drive, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Plus 3.
Yeah, Plus 3.
Yeah, my mate's got my power supply for my Plus 3. He has.
But yeah, I literally went from the ZX Spectrum to the Mega Drive, and that was just such a massive jump in quality. I was blown away seeing Altered Beast, seeing that game running from like Nifty Lifty just was, well, it's incredible.
Yeah, you can't get much bigger than that in a way, can you? I never experienced like the jump between Commodore to Amiga was better for me than like when 3D started coming around with the PlayStations. That jump from 8-bit to 16 was really incredible, I thought.
Yeah, massive. And obviously then I went straight into the Sega Saturn, because I literally after that I became a Sega boy basically. So I got the Sega Saturn, then the Dreamcast, then obviously Sega went, well, pretty much that they exit the console market. So I went to the devil console, the PlayStation.
Why did you choose to go the Sega route then? What started that for you?
I don't know. It was where I had the Mega Drive, and I don't know, the Sega the Sega Saturn looked like it was going to be an incredible console, and I don't think anyone really had an idea of the impact Sony was going to have. Because you know that they didn't make games, did they?
No, yeah, but it was quite strange.
The companies that they brought out to make their games, where it was just, well, it was brilliant marketing, a bit like Sega did with Nintendo. The marketing strategy was fantastic, really. And to end up selling over 100 million consoles of that, and the Sega Saturn, I think, ended up selling 9.2 million, and most of that was 7 million of them were in Japan, so they did pretty poor in Japan and in power regions in America. But it's a shame. Sega Saturn is such an underrated machine. It's an incredible machine.
I mean, I just knew Sega from the arcades. That's all I did. And then, like I say, I never had a console. So it's like, I think I missed out.
Oh, you did, mate. Yeah. I mean, Sega started off as a third-party publisher. They were publishing games for Spectrum, all types of consoles, first of all, before they released their own console. I mean, they did actually officially license the games to Spectrum, but they gave them their rights, like, you know, for like Outrun, which came out in, I don't know, 86 on the Spectrum.
Or 6 or something. What was it in the arcade then?
86 was Outrun. It was. That's what turned me into
Sega.
Game.
It would have been, say, 80, 88 maybe on the Spectrum. Because I think it was programmed. Was it by Ocean?
What?
Outrun. Yeah,
no, that was by Sega. That was.
That was actually programmed by Sega, was it?
Well, I think so. Hold on.
Was it released by Sega though? I don't know. Was it Ocean or like
Enduro Racer was different.
Can't remember now. Jeez, it's my old brain cells. I've got no idea.
Yeah. But yeah, Sega. There was quite a lot of Sega games for like Spectrum and that sort of stuff. But I just love Sega games. They were always just so fun, you know. They were just brilliant. Their arcade stuff, and I mean, it was the console to have for arcade games compared to Nintendo at the time. And you just knew Sega Saturn was going to get all the arcades like Sega Rally, Daytona, Virtual Fighter. The list is endless, and you know, it was true. Basically, they all came out.
Oh, here we go. Hang on, what's that? Oh,
who was it?
Gold. US Gold.
US Gold. Oh,
yeah,
bloody
you can see it on the left. Yeah. Oh, man.
And Super Hang On. That was by, I can't see it now. I ain't got no light in here.
I'm not sure. I remember it on the Amiga, but not. Is that the Amiga game?
No, this is the Spectrum. This is Electronic Dreams. Done Super Hang On the Spectrum, and Enduro Racer was it's got Activision on there, but I'm pretty sure that was something else. But yeah, these 3 games. Why I like Sega.
Sega Zombie got it. It was like licensed to US Gold.
I knew it was someone like that, Ocean or US Gold, but bloody hell, US Gold, they were pretty terrible.
They were. Street Fighter 2 on the Amiga. We won't talk about that. I've got that for Christmas. That game. I still love it. Oh, I do.
No, you don't.
No, not the Amiga version. Right. As I was saying, I've got the Super Nintendo. I'm just playing the Super NES version there.
You just. Oh man,
just giving that a go.
So the 16 bits, they done Street Fighter 2 so well. The conversions, they were really great. I mean, if you never played, I mean, if you only played the arcade once and you went home and played your either SNES or the Mega Drive, you would thought they were arcade perfect until you put them side by side nowadays.
and then you'd be like, oh my lord, you'd be weeping.
That run was awful. Yeah,
it was awful. It was awful and everything. It was Outrun. But the best figures about it was the soundtrack. It was. You got 2 cassettes, didn't you? So with
I had the music on, didn't I?
Yeah. I've got 2 versions of Outrun. The other one's lying around somewhere. This one hasn't got the extra cassette in it. This one hasn't. I need to sort out. I do. But
yeah, come on, sort your station out. What's going on?
I know. I just can't move. I'm stepping stoning everywhere. I mean, look, if I show you on the floor, look.
You've got a heck of it. You've got a heck of a setup. You've got the floor. What's going on with the floor?
That's what I said. I've got to sort that out. I can't move. I can't. It's just that's the floor. And that's what I mean. I need to sort that out before I feel comfortable doing anything. Once that's done, then I can start doing things. It's just no room.
Watching streams aren't sorting things out, though, is it?
I'm not watching. I'm on a stream.
Pump on Rider, right? I'm drunk a little bit, not a lot. I can still talk and probably talk, basically.
I was thinking about grabbing a beer. I wasn't going to bother. I wasn't. If I grab a beer, the laptop's up here. I'll probably end up streaming myself to about 4.
You'll be doing your DJing. That's cool.
Doing a Tony stream there, mate.
I've got to wait for Elaine to go to bed. I'll have to. I think she's still up. I think.
Actually, saying that, I might have to get to bed in a minute.
Yeah. In a minute, you mean What time is it? About 2 o'clock. Is that all right?
Yeah, about 2 o'clock. Yeah.
Cool.
No, I'm getting too old for staying past 12 nowadays.
No, I know. I know what it is. I know. It's like mine, because luckily I'm not in my household, if you know what I mean. I'm just with a friend. So I'm like, anything goes, as long as you don't die, you're fine. You know,
He's keeping me company, though.
That is so sweet. I saw his tail. Yeah, I've seen his tail go past. He goes under the camera sometimes.
Yeah, he loves it. He's gonna. Oh look, laser eyes.
I was going to say that, his eyes.
Surrounded by animals. Hence why the missus, when the missus on the on one of my videos, that's why it's called Game Zone Dog Room. Then.
What, because of the cats?
No, because of the dogs.
No, because of the dogs. Yeah, I was being ironic or something. I don't know.
I know. If these are ever on it, it has to be called Game Zone Cat.
Game Zone Laser Room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look at his eyes. He's like, oh my god. That's something to do with isn't that to do with actually cat's eyes? Hence the name for the thing that they designed for the middle of the road. I'm sure it is.
I'm not too sure. I thought it'd say they see well in the dark, don't they, cats?
Yeah, but it reflects. There's something in their eyes that reflects. So whenever you look at a cat, oh, you're trying to get the laser thing, yeah.
Yeah, you can sort of, you can see it. You can.
You can see it on the camera. If you take a picture when that's happening, you get the whole laser. Yeah, I've done that before.
That's where I know if the battery's working it or not, or if the remote don't work. You stick it to a camera and you see if it works.
Yeah. I'm sure I've done that years ago.
Over there, my laser pen. I don't know if the battery's still working it.
Go on then,
I haven't changed the batteries for ages.
He's going to kill the internet. The internet's going to go down now because he's going to shine into
So, work. Jim, can we see some of your art?
I've got one. I actually sold one today, which is quite rare. I sold this one. I don't know if it will show very well.
Oh, it's framed as well. Nice one.
Oh, that's lovely.
I never thought.
Naked young lady.
Is that mountain in the background?
Yeah. I was just practicing, like with stonework, I suppose. I was trying to do experiment, really. So it's a kind of a mixture of styles with the figure being a bit more realistic looking. But
yeah, because a lot of your stuff is Geiger, isn't it? Like Geiger, where somebody's entrapped in like electronics and stuff, or brick. To me, that's very much Geiger.
Yeah, I definitely I've been influenced by his work a lot, but I mean, these days it's more of a, I suppose it's more of a hobby. I'm not so focused on any one particular inspiration. I just do what I want to do day by day. Sometimes I have a dream and I paint it, or whatever. But yeah, there's a lot of Geiger going on.
But you do your book covers as well.
Painting got a name?
That one?
Yeah.
I think I called that Flesh and Bone.
Like it. Sounds like a good movie. That does.
It's just weird. I sell them on like Etsy and eBay, and someone bought that one on eBay, but I'd had that on there for almost a year and no one was interested, and then just out of the blue someone got it. But on eBay they want it for nothing normally, and they normally knock me down like half of what I'm asking, but this one just paid what I was asking, which it's still pretty good for how long I spent doing it.
It's brilliant, that is.
Yeah.
Must be well chuffed. It must be a great feeling when they sell.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Because I don't know, you get into these kind of ruts where nothing will sell, and if I don't know how many paintings I've got knocking around at the moment. It must be around 12 or something. And when you spend hours on something and no one seems to want it, it is a kind of, it knocks you back motivation-wise.
Yeah, of course it will, yeah.
I mean, it's not as though I'm doing it just for the money, because I enjoy doing it, but at the same time, it's nice to have some confirmation that what you're doing is liked, I suppose, because there's no point in me just painting and just storing them in my house. So, or in my
it's an amazing feeling that, you know, someone's got your painting, it's hanged up probably in their lounge or hallway, or hopefully not the carsy, or
well, you never know.
No, you never know. But yeah, it must be a wonderful feeling knowing someone's got that in their house. Just something that you put time, effort, a lot of love into.
Yeah, and I also like the idea that you're kind of making something from nothing. You're just taking really raw materials, and thanks very much. And the materials that don't actually cost that much, and then you can elevate those things into something that people will pay a lot more for. But yeah, I mean, you see some artists, and I'm not talking about the big ones, but there's a certain kind of bullshit that comes along with art, and the value of art is totally subjective, and the actual quality is often a subjective thing, and people are selling stuff for hundreds or thousands of pounds that isn't really, technically speaking, very good. But yeah, it's a bit of a lot of people blag, I think, but yeah, I'm trying to get into that. Trying to blag it a bit.
You need to have such an imaginative mind when you're constructing, like a white canvas, basically, to construct something so beautiful and that. So that, even that's incredible to have that mind, the way it works.
Yeah, I think what I tend to do is, like, when I go to bed, before I kind of fall asleep, I'm thinking about painting, and so I kind of paint in my mind, the technique I would use or whatever. And so I kind of paint really rough paintings in my head first, and then it's easier to then transfer it to a canvas. I don't tend to plan them too rigidly. But yeah, it's weird. Yeah, but then I can't get to sleep because sometimes I'm just there working away at something.
Overthinking.
Yeah, it's a bit of a bugger. But yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'm trying. I've got one planned at the moment. I've got a great big
normally you have an easel behind you, don't you? Normally you have an easel behind you with a half working.
Yeah, it's there, but it's gone. It's down a bit because I've been photographing them. Yeah, and I've got just a simple light here, and all the paraphernalia. But it's all a bit. I call this a studio, but it's basically like I don't know. It's not even a bedroom. It's not big enough to stick a bed in it. It's just a little room. But so it what you call it, limits what I can do, the scale of things. Oh, so I've got one more. I'll just show you quick. Oh, there's a couple here. These are ones I did for my one of my books. There's one of them. Like a
I recognise that
one.
Oh, I love the colours on it.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, this is a bit more.
Why they sort of merge into one. That is brilliant.
Oh, thank you. This one's a bit more influenced by I don't know if you've heard Rodney Matthews, the 70s fantasy illustrator. I don't know if you've heard of him.
No, but I love the way the tree walks round.
Yeah, quite organic looking, I suppose.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I planned that quite rigidly. This one, it took me bloody ages. And on the book cover, it's quite small. I think I've got the book. Sorry, this is. I don't want to hog the.
That's fine. I was just trying to think what that reminds me of.
Went on the book like that.
So near the mountains, are they sort of like little? What is it? Termites. Where they live in them sort of columns. Is that next to the mountains? Is that what?
Well, interestingly, yeah, it's well, it's like it's a what do you call it? A race of people that live in trees, and so they're able to like mold natural forms to suit their needs, if you will.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Because they don't, I don't know, they don't chop down trees or anything like that. So they get around that by being able to merge things into shapes and things.
So I was sort of right there.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Sorry, I'll just show you one more, just very quick. This is for the second book I did. Another one, just a bit simpler. This one only took, I don't know, a couple of days, I suppose.
I'm guessing they're bamboo. Is it bamboo?
No, well, it's like a mountainside, but it's very it's hard to see really. But it's like a sunset, and this is like a tower, and this is like a snow kind of ledge, I suppose. Yeah, it looks like, I know what you mean. Yeah, it looks like bamboo, but it's a kind of a weird kind of monastery. Yeah, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, it does look like bamboo.
I think
it's interesting because on his videos you did, Jim, you showed the way that you designed it. So you started off sketching it, doing like, don't like that, change that, do that. It needs to be brighter, darker, doesn't look like snow, that's better,
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I really got, I don't know, I normally I don't do that. I don't get so anal about planning stuff.
You know, artistic. Really, it's called artistic about it, you know.
I suppose you have to be a little bit different for the book, though. You need to illustrate that for the book.
Yeah. Sorry?
I was saying probably the reason why you took more time with that, because you had to illustrate that picture for the book. So you had to do,
yeah, you're right,
redrafts and that.
Yeah, and I suppose I was really overthinking it, because I thought, oh, this cover needs to be just right, just perfect, and you get to the point where you're planning things that most people won't even care about, or you know, it won't make a massive difference as to whether they'll buy it or not. But yeah, I prefer working a bit more freely and yeah, just going with the flow, really. But,
I like the fact that you could tell a lot just from that cover, though, from the picture. You could tell.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, they were living things in them. As I said, like the termites sort of houses or whatever you want to call them. You could tell they were living things in there.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. I put a hell of a lot of thought into that, and it makes sense if you read it, definitely. But it's nice that you've been able to infer that from the picture. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, as to whether it makes people want to read the book or buy it is another matter. Have you ever painted zombies? No, I haven't.
I think Save the Zombie wants a few zombie paintings, mate.
Yeah, I can always do it.
Beautiful artwork.
Oh, thanks.
But it is fascinating when I look at your videos you do, showing the different bits of the painting, and then when you varnish it, how it changes, the varnishing changes the colours and stuff like that. Yeah,
it's way more complicated than I thought, because I always used to use pencils, color pencils, charcoal. That I didn't get into oil painting until, I don't know, I was about 30, I suppose. So the last 11 years I've been painting, but oil painting is so complicated. There's so many things you need to know, and it gets really crazy. And you're always learning new things that you should do or shouldn't do, and there's good reasons why you shouldn't do certain things, in terms of whether the painting will last, 5 years without cracking and things like that. Yeah, it's like chemistry, really. There's a lot of chemistry involved. But yeah, it can be fun as well.
It's interesting. Sega Zombie says, "Would love to see your vision of a zombie."
Yeah, well, yeah. I'll be thinking about that tonight in bed, I imagine.
Like zombies. Thing is,
no, I'm a big fan of art. I did art at school, but I only got a D.
Oh, okay.
That was my best subject, though. But no, I do find art fascinating. So it was lovely to see some of your artwork.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's a shame that I think school puts a lot of people off doing art, because for the first one thing is you end up comparing yourself to people that you think are better than you. And another thing is, you know, if your work doesn't fit in with the curriculum and you get a bad grade for it, that will put you off, and then people tend to just stop doing it. But it's all about practice mostly. I mean, I know some people have a natural ability perhaps, but I think most of it's just from them doing it so much when they're children, because I just used to draw all the time, and it's just practice, I think. But then people just stop doing it, and they never get to a level that's anywhere beyond that they were as a child, I suppose. But yeah, there's potential for anyone to get good, I think, definitely. Especially now with YouTube, you can learn techniques from people, you know, for nothing. At school, like my teachers, art teachers, one of them was okay, but they just couldn't do it. You know, they couldn't teach you anything because they couldn't do it themselves, and so you're kind of stuck, really. There's no one to learn from, so you had to just wing it, really. But yeah, it's easier now.
Yeah, cool.
Very fascinating.
So it's like basically everyone who had a good time at school when they were, you know.
That was a long time ago, wasn't it?
Half and half.
Half and half. Yeah, cool.
I think it was more the people that I enjoyed school, not the actual work. More my friends, seeing my friends and that.
I didn't like school. I only liked maths and physics. It's just like the rest of it was rubbish. It was like mad.
I enjoyed school, I think, more or less. I mean, I still speak to the mates that I still got from school. Yeah. But it was more like games, wasn't it? Other than like what I think James said, it's that your friend. That it was more gaming memories when you was at school rather than the learning side, I think.
Yeah, so I would love to go back to school now, knowing what I know.
Yeah. Yes, I've said that as well. That'd make a great story. If all of a sudden you were back at school, but you knew what you knew now.
I would love it. I would really love to go back to school and do all my schooling now. I think I would do a lot better with my grades.
And I think I'd be more confident because I wasn't I wasn't confident in school. I thought I was shit at everything, so...
Don't put yourself down like
no, I really did, but now it's just like, you grow, you I don't know, you learn stuff, yeah.
Bruce Lee said it best. He said, all knowledge ultimately leads to self-knowledge. It's so true.
Yeah, totally. Totally.
It doesn't matter what age. There's always a thirst of knowledge there. And in the end, you're sort of teaching yourself anyway, whether you're learning from the internet, books, other people. It's a constant. Life is just one big learning.
It's like life learning, yeah. It's like you get out of school, you think, no more exams, no more learning. It's like, no. Whether it's professional exams or life exams or even getting married is like almost like you have to relearn everything that you knew.
Yeah, it's a learning curve. You can't be selfish in a marriage, can you?
No,
there's two of you.
Two, yeah, totally.
I guess it depends how long you've known your partner for.
Yeah, sometimes I think my missus probably think I can be a bit selfish, which I probably can sometimes, which I'm trying to learn, reprogram myself.
But if she understands that, that's the whole point. Do you know what I mean? It's like give and take a little bit. And I know my wife is fine. She'll let me sit on YouTube, do, I don't know, have a few drinks or, not on my own, not being Larry Git or anything.
Yeah.
you know, I mean, yeah, because obviously you get marriages where some bloke starts drinking so much it's just stupid.
I can't be bothered to bring the whole thing out, but one of these.
CB, that's a CB radio.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
God. Yes.
Do they still work?
Yeah, it still works. I can't be bothered to unplug it and bring it over. I can't.
Plug it in and
do you want me to plug it?
My handle. Sorry, my handle used to be The Undertaker, so I could say breaker, breaker, The Undertaker. It sounded really cool at the time.
Mine was Wizards, as in like computer wizards.
Oh God, no way! That's cool. God,
but yeah, I met Elaine 96 on one. I did. So when that's what I mean about about partners. It depends how long you've known them for and what when you get married and what you're like, sort of thing.
Yeah. Did you meet your partner on CB or was that?
Yeah.
We did. Oh, wicked.
Yeah, 96. Kind of a strange story. I mean, what was it? The Amiga was on, and because of the monitor, it was interfering with the CB, so we had to turn the squelch down, so it cuts off all the all the hissing and everything. And my sister's mate Pete was on the court, was like in the middle of where my mum and dad lived, and Elaine was on the corner where Pete lives, so Pete could hear her, but we couldn't hear her. So I had to turn the Amiga off and everything. And Pete goes, "There's an 18-year-old girl on here," and I was 18 at the time. And I said, "Okay," and I started chatting to Elaine, and then I said, "Look, she's got to go because when she's keying up, it's making her dad's TV downstairs, fuzz. It was all jumping and everything." So I said to her, "All right, I'll meet you back here like 12 o'clock on the next day." So the next day she was playing Spice Girls to us and everything like that. And I said, "Look, I'm fed up with this. You want to be my lover. So I said, "I'll meet you down the local pub." It was just like the corner of both of our houses. Like it's a 5-minute walk. So we both cycled down there, and yeah, we both had bikes. So we both met at a pub, and then we cycled to our local town, if you call it that. I bought a can of Coke. And then we cycled back again. It was funny because she couldn't go up the bumps, so every time she had to push her bike over the curb, over where the road joins and everything. So I was waiting for her. It took us ages to get there. We went to like the shopping centre, come back, and then about 7:30, 8 o'clock, I'd asked her. We went down the pub for a little while. We had a couple of drinks, and then we're sitting outside like a green, the park area, and she looked bored. She's just gone to bed, she has. And I said, "You going out with anyone?" She said, "No." I said, "Do you want to go out with me?" She said, "Yeah." And that was it. So but it was only because of the CB radio, and my sister was on it chatting to another bloke, and that bloke, we couldn't hear Elaine anyway. So, but then, yeah, that was it.
It's like the Amiga screen nearly did it in.
Yeah, because the sound, isn't it? The interference of it. So I had to turn the squelch down. So Elaine was only hitting one bar. So she was on a biscuit tin, with the aerial on a tin. So it wasn't a great reception.
It amplified it, yeah.
So so I couldn't get her. So I just about heard her, and then, but yeah, it was still love it. I do.
That's so cool. That's such a good story. Oh, I love it.
I sort of met my missus 5 years before we actually had our first date. She had a lot of clients at this care home I was the head chef in, and so this one day I must have been having a right bad day because a right grumpy bastard. And she popped her head in and said, "Oh, could I have a cup of tea, please?" And I said to one of the social workers in there, I said, "Who the fuck's that?" Thinking she'd come like and ask me for a cup of tea. And I said it now, so she must have heard me. And one of the social workers said, "Oh, do you want me to make it for her?" I said, "Yeah, go on." And it's only realised when we on our first date that she said, "I think I remember you."
Oh God, yeah.
But luckily it turned out all right, yeah, because obviously we chatted on a dating site. That's how we actually got to know each other. But yeah, when we realised that, yeah, we've met before, and I was a bit offish with her.
It's lucky you did strike right then.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the Gravesend charm, mate, that got her around. But yeah, that was pretty fun.
What was yours then, Jim?
Oh, well, we've been together for not that long, really, about 4 years, maybe, something like that. But yeah, we met at dancing, like ballroom dancing, whole things.
Oh, nice.
It was just, couples dancing. But it was this thing where there were lots of there's a good mix of mostly young people and quite old lecherous ones. But I wasn't one of the lecherous ones. But we just met there and, just went from dancing. We don't dance anymore, but third time lucky for me. I've had a few bad ones, but
good.
One was okay.
Cool. It's like they're all romantic, and I mean, mine was Facebook, and I was on a group or something, and I put a sarcastic response like I do on Facebook a lot on this like group thing, and all of a sudden it's like, "You're new here, aren't you?" It's like, what? So I started replying to her, and it turned out, we ended up meeting, and that was it.
Well, that's lovely, though.
It was, because it was like, I wish I could find the thread of what it was. It was like really cool. Oh, we've got Brandon. Got another guest, Brandon, coming in.
Hello.
All right, Brandon, how you doing?
Hello.
Does my voice sound okay with this microphone?
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's not popping. If that's what you're asking.
Mm-hmm. It's just me getting used to the sound of it without the noise.
Yeah, you got a new mic.
Well, a mic stand. It's the stand.
Yeah, with the front end for like the
the sponge part
like
came with the sponge and this, and the stand came all up with it, but I had the microphone already.
We can hear you fine. No, thanks for joining. So we've got Jim, an author, an artist. We've got Adam, who's immediately on his phone, and
no.
I know. I'm only joking. God.
I was looking for.
Go on, carry on.
I was looking for a photo of Elaine. I was playing a Mega Drive or playing.
Oh God, yeah. Well, back in the day.
That's what I was looking for. But because I'm connected, I don't know if you connect using your phones like TeamViewer or anything. So I'm looking at the computer in the spare room.
You know, if you change the different layout mode, it will show off as a bit more better than this layout one.
Anyway, I'm on the phone on a stream, which ain't good.
We got James. No, you can be as rude as you want. I'm not bothered.
No, it's fine. It's not really necessary anyway, ain't?
Right, but it's interesting. That is the thing.
And I'm the pussy.
And we got James from Game Zone Bird Room, Brandon, who had his cat there for a minute. Yeah, just introductions.
Nice to meet you, Brandon.
Brandon J. He does a load of streams, just like I don't know, loads of streams. I don't know if you've got.
What does he stream?
Have you got?
What do you stream, Brandon?
Wait, what? Yeah, by the way, I have autism, so I'm not ignoring it on purpose. It's just when my ears are focused on
vodka.
noise.
Is that vodka? Vodka and Coke?
No, it's just Pepsi.
No, I'm being daft. Yeah,
just Pepsi.
So, Brandon, what do you stream?
Well, stream a lot of stuff, like trying out loads of different types of topics. Mostly do interview stuff. When I first started doing live streams, I tried out doing gaming, but to me, that's not my thing, doing it live, really. It just makes me feel awkward because I like being quiet while I'm playing a game, and then it's not really entertaining for people like watching me talk for a little sec and then go silent, focusing on like playing Minecraft.
Cool.
What's your channel called, Brandon?
Brandon Jackson.
Okay, right. I'll look out for that.
Yeah, I will subscribe to that after this.
I'll put a link in the bottom for everyone that's been on it, just so they know who's who and what's what. But yeah, no, it's kind of cool. So what have you been up to, Brandon, recently? I mean,
can't even know how this quality off. Where's Google done that? Right. Basically, I've just been doing a stream, testing out my new microphone, and then I published the video for it. Then from there, after the live stream, I published it, and then I just checked the comments. No comments yet. Yeah. And I noticed that the live stream replay only went up to 3 hours because my internet kept on glitching on and off every minute. And I ended off me like saying, "Oh yeah, like my the light goal is 30." It ended like that. The light goal is 30. It just kind of like that. And it's annoying. And I'm like,
I know what you mean.
Streaming, and it still looks like it's live for my eye on my screen wise. And then I noticed until I pressed, I'm ready to go in, bye. And then, live stream replay, and it just cut off like in the middle, halfway through in the stream when it got to 10 likes.
I mean, it's like, I wouldn't focus on the likes or anything. Just focus on what you do. Like, we just talk about old man stuff, like retro stuff, and even we've even got into school. It's like, what, when you're at school, is it any good? That kind of thing. It's just don't focus on followers or
with YouTube. Just do what makes you happy, basically.
Yeah, for real.
Mm-hmm.
Try not to worry about making it, or just have fun with it.
Yeah, of course, that's the main focus of YouTube. Don't think about subscribers, the views, the comments, the dislikes, and thumbs up as well. It's about making friends. Making friends. It's just about making friendships online.
Exactly. Just enjoy yourself. What you're doing with your channel.
And that's the thing. That's why I like doing YouTube, because you end up doing things like this. I mean, if my content hasn't been quite good. Well, nothing's happened really the last year, I guess. But I've put myself out there, and no one that hasn't made a video probably wouldn't let. I don't know if you would let someone come on, but it's sort of this is what I enjoy. It's the chatting and meeting people and having a sort of discussion sort of thing.
Totally, and it's so diverse as well. I mean, we've got retro people, but then we've got artists as well.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? And we've got.
Because I just do the YouTube for documenting my life growing up with autism, so I can watch back.
That's right. Yeah, that's what you do, isn't it?
Change, and how my autism changes. Like, I find it hard to read, but my reading is getting better now.
That's cool, because that is difficult regardless. You know what I mean? It's just like
read out comments is mostly the hardest one. Like, just trying my best to recognize words, remembering words, and most importantly, remembering people that I've seen. That's why I always give them the name Blue, so I know that's the real them. So you will get anyone in the chat saying, "I am this person," and then they're saying, "This is my second account." And then if they're already in the chat, they say, "No, I don't have a second account. That's not me." And then gives you a reason with their name Blue. That's the real person you're talking to.
What you could do, it might be a bit awkward on a stream, but if you go back to your comments on the live stream and then highlight their names and have an Excel spreadsheet. So if you've got their YouTube name, and then next to it will be their real name. I don't know if that might be easier, or if could be a solution.
Well, it's just my way. If I notice they're just coming with a different account, I just make sure they say something like, I will know, like they talk to me personally saying wise.
Well, if that works for you, that's brilliant.
Yeah. One troll came in as someone else and pretending to be someone else and said, "Oh, really? Well, what was the last message you said to me personally then?"
Yeah.
And then he did not talk after that.
I don't know, with things like that, I might just ignore. I mean, that's just, I don't know, I haven't been involved in anything like that, but
yeah,
the more you feed them, the more they come back and everything. But if you just ignore them.
That's one thing they don't understand. They're just thinking like, oh yeah, we give them a dislike. They still interact with the stream, which one thing they just don't understand. But they're thinking they're doing it to annoy us, but no, they're not. It's just giving us interaction with 4 views.
I don't care. If I get a dislike, it's just like, well, you don't like it. Well, fine. You know, you're not a retro gamer. You don't like listening to kind of cool, you know, chattings and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's mad. But it's like, if you do get
YouTube is a mad place. It really is.
Yeah, I agree.
But then it's a great platform as well.
It is. Have you got, sorry, Brandon, have you got like a Henry Hoover down there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, we just sold it.
It doesn't work anymore, but I just use it for display. It's one part of my journey on YouTube. But my original YouTube name was Brandon and George. My channel was basically for kids. And I just thought, it's time to grow up on YouTube, time to change it to my actual name. And when I was doing that, changing the name, it did not work. So life growing up as a teenager was constantly changing name-wise. Got to the limit, and I thought, like, there's got to be a way that passes that limit. So I watched a tutorial that says, convert it into a business account to change the name. So I did that. Did not work. So I thought, hold on. If I reverse the steps, and it will work to move it back. That was the biggest mistake ever. But I just went skip, next, move on, and I did not leave it in the morning to read, like my dad to help me out to read it wise.
Interesting.
And I showed him what I did, and it says, if you do this, you will lose your subscribers, your views, your content, everything you liked on YouTube, and everything you searched. And I had that channel for 14 years, but still counts as the year I joined on YouTube. So
14 years? What? How long have you been on YouTube for then?
14 years, like I said. Like, I joined on the 7th. You know, when it was the 7th, that's the date of the year of my YouTube channel. The 7th.
Yeah.
7th. That's when I joined on YouTube. I was around about 9. Back in the year before Copper was born on YouTube and child protection and all that stuff.
God.
You might have
moved it, Brandon?
Cut in there.
So how old are you, Brandon?
I'm 23. Just turned 23 on the 12th.
It does take a lot of balls to be on YouTube, to be fair, to speak to a camera.
It's hard.
It's
speaking.
A big leap
to yourself.
I was going to say it's harder for us because, like, when I do it, you're sort of not used to it because our lives wasn't, speaking to a camera is like mundane. But to be fair, kids today, that's all they ever watch. You know, how many Fortnite channels? How many, that PewDiePie, or whatever his name is. Kids today are influencing doing it. I feel than us doing it. It's harder for us to be in front of the camera than like a 10, 11, or 12-year-olds. I mean, my kid's 11. He's got a YouTube channel. He plays Fortnite. He's got 32 subs. You know, he don't get views or anything, but it took me about, I don't know, 6-7 months or something to get that many. But I feel kids today,
like I always say to myself, patience is the key to grow on YouTube. Never beg, never ask for anyone to subscribe to your drop emails, drop messages, DMs to anyone saying, I got a YouTube channel. Could you come over and subscribe?
No,
that's the cheat way. Let them come to you.
Yeah.
Never ask, never tell anyone, never go to stream saying, I got a YouTube channel. Can you come over and subscribe to me? Or I just uploaded a new video. Can you come over and look at it? That kind of thing.
I totally agree with you there. I mean, I've never said anything like that. I know people do, and you know, people do say it, but you know, it's what you said, Brandon. It's like, you know, I get people to come over if they want. You know, it's like on this stream here. I've got my name is Adam. I haven't put my YouTube channel in because that, you know, that's me talking on a stream.
Yeah,
you know,
you're not the the channel.
You know, that's what I mean. I'm not advertising myself out there where other people.
What,
I mean, that's
what
the thing.
What are you saying?
No, James, he's probably too. I'm not saying you're. You know, he's probably just keyed in as that. So
That's for my stream. That is.
Yeah,
anyway,
that's what I mean. But with me, I just didn't bother. I just left it as that. But yeah,
when I changed my name, it just makes more sense. Like when I had my channel at the time growing up as Brandon and George, anytime when I went to a live stream to watch, they always said, "Oh, are we talking to Brandon or are we talking to George?"
Yeah.
And I had to always awkwardly say, "No, this is a channel I made when I was 9. I'm stuck with this channel name. It's me, Brandon, and also it's one person. It's just a name of a channel made when I was little." And it's awkward every time to put that in the chat and also remember to say that.
I think it's YouTube is really important to have a good name for your channel.
Yeah, the most thing on YouTube that I notice out of my viewers, like one of my supporters, he had a mega long name that did not make sense and helped him out to come up with a better sounding name. It was Elephant Water Trunk Gamer 2670 Gamer Elephant 46.
That's a heck of a name, that is.
I know I said to him, that's a long sentence to remember. Like, for example, let me make up a name right now saying, "Oh, did you want? Oh, I got a notification for a new video, bro. It's so awesome. Why? What's the channel name? 46799 biscuit drink, bro 45.
Yeah,
it's like a breath to say on time. And then imagine you search bar, nothing comes up because it's too complicated. And you got
my channel was just from. I used to know a pub in Sheffield called the Beer Engine. And it was like, oh, the retro engine, that's where it came from. But I didn't want to put my name as Richard Hawkins. You know what I mean? It was just like, it means nothing. I needed to show what I do as a channel, you know, kind of thing.
It's a good name as well. In what, you know, with what you do with your channel.
I had to Google it just to make sure nobody else used it or it wasn't trademarked.
When I knew how to make a YouTube account, I was growing up just making random YouTube channels for the sake of it, for fun.
Of course.
And also, I still got all them emails. Like, there's so many emails still linked on this computer.
But I think if you want to change it, Brandon, you can. If you want to. I mean, if that's... You can do it.
But like, I just feel more comfortable having my actual name.
Yeah, no, cool.
Imagine if I had it as Brandon Jackson Vlogs. If someone was searching for it and they come across my channel, everyone would just think it's about vlogs. When it's about more than just vlogs. It's about my life. More like, imagine if it was called Brandon Jackson Autistic Adventures, Vlogs, Live Streams, Gaming, etc.
Imagine that. Like all the way down there, down the avenue. We'll be like down the road and turn left. I know what you mean. It's too long. But yeah, that's interesting about naming channels.
Always think about your viewers and also of like, that's the thing on YouTube. When you upload, you've got to make sure you're doing content that your viewers like to see. Never think to do content for yourself. Always think, if this video is growing and they like it that much, do more of that. If they don't like it, don't constantly upload. Like, imagine you start up a gaming series on Minecraft, for example, and no one's watching it and you're just doing it for the sake of it, and you're thinking, why am I losing subscribers? Why is no one coming to watch me? Is it because I'm constantly doing on one thing on my channel? Because you've got to think about the audience. If they're going to grow up or go away from a game, move on to a new game once you've finished it. Don't carry on playing it for the
But
sake
it does
of it.
need to be something that you enjoy. If it's something you don't enjoy, then don't do it for your followers.
If you get bored of the game, don't force yourself for your viewers to play it every day.
Only if you, but if you enjoy it, then just do it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, are you doing it for your viewers or are you doing it for yourself? Are you doing it for the artistic creativity of whatever you show on the channel? You get what I mean?
It's just basically like my life, going out for vlogs, going out to the shop.
I mean, that sounds interesting.
I honestly, going out to the shop was like a learning money kind of thing, you know, just getting independent, going to shop all the time. I know personally that I'm doing it all the time, but I'm always trying my best to do it different, take a different route or different path on the way back or different routes there kind of thing. Not making it like, oh, wait a minute, he's gone to the shop 1,000 times this way, or oh, he's taking it a different route for a nice adventure or nicer nature paths and stuff like that.
That's nice. Yeah, I like that. Like crazy, but how do you? I mean, it sounds like you've probably been on YouTube longer than maybe everyone else. I don't know.
I've been on YouTube since 2007.
Yeah, my God.
About a year longer than me. My channel was 2008, but I didn't upload a video till 2012, I think, 13. One of the two.
Well, in 2012 is the year when I joined back to watch on YouTube. Because in 2006, I took a break. Because when I was little, I just thought, I'm getting a headache. I don't want to watch YouTube as much today. I'm going to take a break, Mom. And I totally forgot to do like a video saying, I'm going to take a break, be right back, some force kind of thing. I had that in my head to do a video like that, but I never did. So the channel was just slowly progressing and growing on its own. And when I eventually got back and found it, the videos on it was so big and I was really annoyed. Like, I totally forgot about it. And also we totally forgot about the password that was connected to it. And back then on YouTube, the only way to log in was your username, aka your channel name, and password. That's the only way to log in. But now it's email and password, which is awkward. Because to connect it was really awkward to find a page to connect it together.
Are the videos still there? Is the old channel still there, I mean? Or have they been deleted?
No, like, well, I got to 1,000 in 2016. And then I did that incident. I thought, like, it's time to rebrand and change it. And I accidentally deleted it. And I was so annoyed about it.
Right, okay.
No point. There's no point giving up. I'm starting again. I'm going to start this challenge again. So I did it, challenged myself. And then when I started watching live streams at the time, I started going to live streams. And I didn't know about, sub for sub kind of thing, as in dropping links. Because back then on YouTube, before the moderating gear was invented, anyone could just drop a link on YouTube in the chat. And when I known how to do Shift V, that was the biggest mistake ever, because I got terminated on that account.
I don't know what that is.
So annoyed, so I thought, I could just press a review onto saying this is a false claim kind of thing. And the annoying thing about it, they locked me out of the Gmail as well. So if I wanted to, put it for a review to get it back, I had to go to my email to get it open, and the email was locked also, so that was hard. So I just thought, I give up, I give it a little rest, and then start again. And I found another account, which is my Brandon Jackson account. Ooh, and at the time, I was going to think about doing a gaming channel when I was 12, but I never did. So the original channel name of that was Brandon and George Gamer 12.
That's interesting.
So I just thought, rebrand it, make it into Brandon Jackson, and I was slowly growing up, building up the channel every day. And I just can't believe I got up to 500 and it's still growing.
Can you lend me some of them, please? Can you bring them along to me, please? I'm only joking. It's like, oh God.
I know.
Really nice story. I mean, because that's your history. If you could get the old videos, that'd be like you from being down here to up here.
I know, but I'm slowly re-uploading them onto YouTube because of Copper. I've been trying to upload them without the comments on, like turning up without saying it's for kids and saying this is not for kids. If you do that, they'll block it in a way that forces you just to press delete. You can't go in settings to like change it to saying yes when you already changed it, say no. And if you do it too many times, it might give you a strike kind of thing, and I don't want to risk that. So I'm just following by the rules, you know, having comments turned off and etc. kind of thing.
No, I've not found that particularly huge.
The day of the channel's anniversary, I made a new channel, just you know, like a time capsule channel of memory of it, and I'm uploading it to my Brandon Jackson channel as well as that channel. You know, so still my audience will find me. And when I was on Instagram one day, I got a DM from one of my old subscribers, and I'm all like, how they found me through this and that? And like, hey, it must have found me through my videos on my YouTube channel that I was re-uploading.
That's mad. That's mad. It's like, Jim, have you found that at all with any like users on your channel or anything?
What was that? Sorry, Rich?
Have you found any of that trouble with like people DMing you or anything?
Not really. I think I did a live stream once and I had someone give me hassle. I should have just like.
I think I might have been on that as well when he was saying stuff.
Yeah, just typical troll action. Yeah. But I think the mistake I made was just going on late one night just for the hell of it and just hoping to, you know, just meet some different people, and then ended up being this idiot. But there's always that risk you run, I suppose, when you're opening this broadcast. Anyone can join, can't they? So you're going to get some odd people.
I'd like to get some odd people, but they all sound normal.
With StreamYard, there's a risk of this happening with people coming in the stream by not showing the face in the basement or having inappropriate icons or having a blurred icon, and then as soon as they bring their stuff up, they show something inappropriate or turn on the camera doing something inappropriate altogether, basically. If you go
stop the Highland internet.
No way. I was going to do a Scottish accent then, but I can't. It's either Yorkshire or Japanese.
I'm from the Highlands in Scotland.
Scotland. Sit down. Sit down. We got dogs and like.
Oh, see you, Jimmy.
Yeah, sit down. Sit down. I'll see you. What you're doing. Oh God. Well, it's interesting about where people got their names from for the channel. I mean, I've got no idea where James got his from Game Zone Bird Room. Even though he's got a Game Zone and a Bird Room. What?
My gamepad is shared with my birds, so the Game Zone Bird Room, it was pretty simple.
Old school Amiga makes sense, and Jim stuff does. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Because what do you call it? When you go on to
interesting what he's doing. Don't know. Brandon's got some showing stuff now.
Yeah, this is basically my old channel, but it's like frozen on time.
Is that how many views you got? Is that how many views you get a day?
No, that's my old channel. It's frozen on time on
27 million. Oh no, okay. God. No, it's just interesting. Go on.
realised how many views and subscribers I had before I accidentally deleted it. Yeah, so annoying and sad at the same time for me. Like, the last upload was 2009.
19, yeah.
19.
Oh, because you were over so many thousand subscribers. You can monetize it.
That's not accurate there, but it had 1,000 uploads. But yeah, basically,
Thank you.
Basically, when I restarted on the termination one, that's still active. I just use it as a playlist channel, really. Because when I started,
it's not still there. You definitely deleted it.
Mono panel, Dad.
Hi.
My dad's here.
Hey, Dad, you all right? Hi, Dad.
Hold on.
Reese, come on, Reese.
Hi, good evening.
Evening.
Jackson, you all right?
All right.
What are you doing? What have you been doing?
Just been out with my mates.
Oh, cool.
Cat's away and all that lot. My wife's away for the weekend, so out with the boys.
Oh, yes. That sounds like a bit of an accent you got there. Pray tell.
Yorkshire.
Yes, because I've just been to Chesterfield and I'm in Sheffield at the minute and I'm normally not here.
Yeah. South Yorkshire. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that bad or is that good? Sorry, I'm just checking.
I am bothered. We're West Yorkshire, but it makes no difference to me.
Oh, is that Huddersfield? And
yeah, that sort of area. Yeah, not far from
Harrogate.
there. Not far from,
Harrogate, yeah.
Cool. No, Harrogate's North Yorkshire.
Okay, God.
Yeah. Oh, Harrogate's a bit posh.
Is it? I don't know. Just they make tea and shit, don't they? They make tea and stuff.
Yeah, you see, if you're not from Harrogate, you say Harrogate. If you're from Harrogate, you say Harrogate.
Oh, Harrogate. Excuse me, mind you.
Yeah. But when you live there, it's Harrogate.
Harrogate.
But when you don't live there, or when you're from where I'm from, it's Harrogate.
Harrogate, yeah.
Harrogate.
Well, Rich, I'm going to say see you later, mate.
All right, yeah. You take care.
See you later, James.
Yeah, have a good stream, guys.
See you later, James. All right, cheers, James.
Cameron's new setup with his light. He's been showing you all this stuff up.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah, he showed us the mic.
No, you can't see it.
Got his new light.
No, it's is that an inlay?
His microphone stand.
Oh, you've got a light on your head. Right, I mean, yeah. Behind the scenes of Brandon Jackson. Seriously, that's really cool.
Right.
God, no, I've just got the kitchen lights. They're just there.
Buy some stuff tomorrow. Get some more.
It's really cool.
Yeah. Can't wait to stay up later because I'm going to shop to get more gear, such as headphones.
No, that's cool because the light does help. If you want to be a professional streamer, it does help with the features.
Yeah, like I was bored one day on someone's panel and I did this tall pair of gaming headset just as a gag. You know, just like something to wear. I wear it mostly when I'm playing music. Oh, where is it? When I'm hold up this when I play music, I go.
Oh, that's the DJ thing.
Yeah, it's
When you're old school, you could do that.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
It's an old iPad toy kind of gadget.
No, yeah, I don't know that. It looks good.
I've never.
Sorry, go on.
No, I have MP3 mixed, but I use Trackstar. Oh, I do. I vinyl, like, you know, mixed with records.
Yeah, you do it proper. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Records until like you showed it up close.
Yeah, I'll do another one when I can. But
I don't know if you can see this.
You deleted, didn't you? You were like, sorry, just between you and me, you were a little bit hammered when you were doing it.
I know, I was.
You can't hear it. It was amazing. It was really good.
The Back to the
Future. Yeah.
I mean, I was going to say, were we where you said about where do your channels come from. I mean, that's my original
Oh,
receipt.
sorry, yeah.
No, you can't see it that way. I need to photocopy it or scan it, but that's my Amiga 600 receipt. That is.
No way.
Yeah,
You still got
I need to. Yeah, the 15th of the 8th, 92.
Jesus.
I can bring the machine out. It's just there.
God, I was 21 then. Just for a future reference.
Well, if I were you, make sure nothing gets spilled on it. Laminate it.
Oh right, yeah. Just in this Commodore thing, I've got the 1200 one as well. I have, but it was just not lying around. I was looking for stuff, and I thought I'll scan that in. I will. But
by the way, if you want to buy, the walls are called girly because this used to be my sister's bedroom. When she moved out, I moved my setup in here.
That's cool. It's got what are them? Butterflies or something on the right, left?
Dragonflies.
On the left. Dragonflies, yeah. Nice. Is anybody?
Whoa.
Never guess. Are you in the kitchen over chance? Because there's an iron bar right behind you.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. God, perceptive, yeah. No, that way. No, that way.
Opposite side.
Right. I am in the kitchen, yeah. I'm in my mate's kitchen. I'm not in the retro engine. It's like, oh my God. Yeah, well, yeah. I didn't even see that. No, actually, God damn.
What kind of attic are you in? Is that an attic?
Hey, mate, yeah. I'm in the loft. I am. It's kind of weird.
Well, if it's floored out right, be safe.
Yeah, it's completely boarded. Yeah, it's just completely boarded up here. But as I said to these, it's freezing in the winter and absolutely baking in the summer. So it's like 4 months of the year I can actually be up here.
In shorts as well.
Yeah, I'm in shorts. You can see, hopefully legs for hits with this stream. It's just awkward where I'm sitting. I'm sitting on this like rocker seat behind me, and the loft hatch is just there, so my feet are just dangling like over the edge of it. So it's not a lot of, and that's where the laptop is. But yeah, that's where I'm. As I said, I need to tidy up here. Everything.
Please don't slip through, will you? If we hear you talking, then you hear,
No, I've fallen down it once. Oh, let me just put that back there.
Why?
You fall down it once.
Fall down.
No, you can't see my legs now. But
I was going to ask, just changing the subject.
That picks up a memory from one of my cousins. His bedroom at the time was in an attic, and my cousin's sister, she went up this ladder to go up there, and then she slipped her feet, and then she went like down, slid down onto the edge of it.
Yeah, I've nearly fallen by bringing TVs out, and I dropped a monitor down the loft hatch. I have, but luckily enough, I've got a piece of wood. Don't know where it is, but I put a piece of wood over the hatch so I can walk over it without falling down. But yeah, it's very
good.
An easy hatch, like safer more than just plonking on the hatch in case of it.
Yeah, well, I just said I'll put a piece of wood over it, so if I am walking about, like if I've had a few beers up here, then I won't fall down. I'll probably just slide along the woods, but at least it will cover it up.
I'm worried for you now after your DJ skit that I saw like a few months ago. You were like, "Wait, probably something like disappear." Be like, "Where's he gone?"
Also,
the stream's ended.
Crap, I can't see you because my desk. Can see the beam there.
Oh, is that the green? No, what's that? Is that the green screen?
No, that's just a beam in the room, but like the opposite side of that beam there, where the shadow is, I'm gonna have LED lights put on there.
Okay.
Oh, nice. That looks good. If you do it, yeah.
Yeah, I could do it for lights.
And then it will reflect on this wall right here, and this is gonna have different wallpaper. It's gonna have a map on it, so I can
should do it.
Stickers on it saying like this.
Adam's going to show off his legs now.
That kind of thing. So far, using this with the this on it, it just makes me feel really like I can't hear myself physically from it. I'm like, Hello.
I don't know. We can see you now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was sitting in the dark. I've just stuck my lights on. It is really bright. It
looks good.
Yeah, I've just got
studio lights.
I've just got them lights on there. They're just like fluorescent lights. There's like 3 of them that goes across. There is. But yeah, I've just had the camera off. I mean, the lights out because it's just easy. It's just easier. I'm just chilling and having it too bright is kind of.
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
you need LEDs in there. You need to get some.
Well, you could put black light paint on the walls and have black light.
Oh God!
You don't.
Yeah, black light on your teeth. If you look at it, it's like, oh my God! It all comes up like zombie teeth or something.
I've got a freshen.
When you wear a white top, it just makes it glow.
I've got a frescent light.
Cheers, James. I'll see you later.
Yeah, night, James.
And there we go. You can see him a bit better. And by the way, when my channel was called Brandon and George, that's George there.
Yeah, you showed us, but I think we missed it. Well, can we change the subject a little bit to UFOs? Because those things next to Brandon look like UFOs. Next to it, yeah. Like, if you look on his left, on the wall, they look like UFOs, don't they? A little bit. If you like, I mean, saucers and stuff. But it's just like, is anybody into UFOs or anything? Because I know Jim is. We should have a good conversation over it.
UFOs.
Just trying to get this. Don't mind me. I'm just trying to get this.
Yeah, like proper UFOs. Back in the day, were you into like not the X-Files because that's not a very good documentary. No. But yeah, I mean, I think it was Jim that said about Jim. Was it Lazar? Robert Lazar?
Yeah, there's a documentary on Netflix I saw back along. Did you watch that?
I did, yeah. And it's
yeah, it's a strange chat.
It's about him 20, 30 years after he was almost like done in by whatever happened. Do you get what I'm saying? He originally said about it, and then this is like a new one where the guy that was making it had to chase him down, say, "Look, man, I'm not trying to get any more information. I just want to see your perspective as it was back then. UFO technology, alien technology, and it's just, is it real or isn't it?" And when you see it, you can quite believe what he says was true.
Yeah, it is definitely. It's believable. I mean, it's so outrageous, the idea, and I think it's easy to dismiss it as well. I mean, it's interesting what's been happening recently with the was it the U.S. Navy or was it the Pentagon?
Are they all security camera TVs over chance?
What's that?
Are they old security camera TVs over chance?
Yeah.
Like flickery and stuff.
Yeah, it's crap footage. I mean, apparently it was leaked before, and so then they had to officially say that it is from US planes. But apparently the recording is longer than that.
Himself, wasn't it?
Why? Can you over chance plug in the laptop to it so we can see the chat on the old TV screen?
What?
Adam.
Aye, sorry.
Like, plug in your laptop into it.
I went to that.
Yeah.
No, well, we had that discussion earlier, and the laptop might work. It's only an i5 processor. This is. It's quite a basic laptop, so I need to upgrade it. But my main desktop.
Oh, you mean it's a old laptop that does not have a HDMI attachment?
No, it's VGA. This is. But I said about that earlier. But I've got a camera that I can point the screen at, and it sort of does it well. But it just takes time doing it. It takes like 20 minutes just to set it up. Why has that done that?
No, we're going back to we were talking about the documentary.
I don't know if you can hear that, but that's the metal piece that tightens up the mic.
I don't know about UFOs. I wasn't really into it. More space with me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, just a galaxy and I guess Star Wars really, but it was more sort of, you know, what was out there sort of thing. And sharks. I was fascinated by sharks as well. But not so much UFOs. I never really got into it, really, UFOs.
No, I mean, I did just through the X-Files, and I was a member of Bufora, which is a British UFO Association or something. And it was like very much Fox Mulder kind of thing. So I was through that, I was like, yeah, there might be something there. So I know about Bob Lazar, which is something that me and Jim have talked about. And it was, you know, he was a guy that apparently worked, or he did work in Area 51, you know. But it's like
strange enough, I found a video that Area 51 is actually in the UK as well. An underground shaft. But the door's all bolted shut on a security welded wall.
Because I bet you there is all the way around the world. The same thing. And it's like crop circles, you know. I went to investigate crop circles, just to investigate them. So it was like me and a couple of mates, and it was like, yes, they exist, because we were standing in one. But it's like, where did they come from? And there was like different ways. The weave, like the corn, it was either stamped down or interweaved. So there were two differences. So there was something going on there. But it's like Bob Lazar fascinated me, because he was a guy that said he worked for a secret place in America, Area 51, obviously. And it's like he came clean with it. And then this documentary was about, you know, it was like now. It was filmed about a year ago. Well, and it was you know, talking about how it was back then. You know, which I kind of feel weird for him, because it's like, shit, I don't want to know about that. I've forgotten about that. Pretty much is what the documentary was saying. But
Adam, if you got your PlayStation attached to it, what about open up YouTube on there and just have the live stream playing on the screen?
Could do, but I don't know, something that I might do. I wasn't sure. I might give it a go, but I'm not sure at the moment. I'm not. It's talking about, like, I more need to do the Amiga side of things. So I need to sort out the hard drive still. I'm still playing around with it, but with the consoles, I'm not really. The Mega Drive, I'm happy with speaking about, but that was the only console I really enjoyed. You call it that, because I was
enjoyed it. You did.
I did have one.
How are you getting, like, is it two inputs on one monitor? Is that, have you been sneaky there?
Who, me?
Yeah, behind you, you've got two monitors playing the same thing.
The daisy chains, so the PVMs. So I've got a link from one to the other. But if I take the link out, take the link out of one, then I can play the Master System or the PS2. This one's got the Master System and PS2. That's got the PS1 Mega Drive on this screen. But I wanted the Super NES. I might move the Super Nintendo back over here.
No, I think leave the Amiga on there, please.
No, the Amiga's over there on the Philips monitor. On the Philips monitor. I had the Amiga on these, and I got pictures. I was taking them because I didn't know what I preferred, either these or the Philips. And in all fairness, I prefer the Philips monitor. I do.
Well, I'm thinking about setting up like a Amazon wish list kind of, like, you know, like what people have in video descriptions, like a list of things of tech they got, kind of thing. But I don't know how to set that up.
Just Google what you brought, and then if they still sell it, then put a link or equivalent link to what you brought. But the stuff that I've got up here, Amazon won't sell any of this. They won't. But yeah, some people I know do that. They stick like their LCD lights in the place where I got them from, and like their cameras and everything. And
that would look good actually, man. If you put a few LEDs, garden LED, like infrared garden LEDs. Sorry, solar. I mean.
Yeah. You
don't have to wire it in. You just stick it in there, and it'll look good. If you turn the lights off, it'll be like, ooh.
That's the camera.
Yeah, I will. But when I do make videos, I need the light, so I could do. But it's just time, innit? Time and money. My desk is collapsing at ease. I've got the legs bowing on it, so bending outwards. So where it's a flat desk, it's sort of bowing in the middle. So I need to try and sort that out. Is that the LEDs that he's showing? No, it's a face cam.
Yeah. It's by Elgato.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a 1080p 60.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I mean, because you're sort of younger and you follow people that actually do stream the way that you do. But on YouTube, I think the other people might know, like Steve Benway. I don't know if that name rings a bell.
And they do an attachment version, like you can set up a camera, but my desk is not really suited for that kind of rig.
No.
Because like if they did that, I have to have like a tripod sitting here forever, like at the side of me, and then
there's a lot of jump. It's like Adam says, if you want to be professional, do you know what I mean? If you want to be professional and look really good,
it's just money. I mean, I don't spend money on YouTube. I bought a video camera, which I've had the camera for since 2000. I've always had a camcorder, and the one that I used previously, the hard drive went wrong in it. So that's the only thing I've actually bought. The lights come from my dad's work, but he's retired now, and everything else. These monitors were gifted. As I said, my mate works for Pinewood Studios, and he ended up. Yeah, and he ended up giving me, the PVMs.
It's like professional stuff.
Yeah, so no one, I haven't really spent money in, getting things. I haven't.
I feel very jealous, a little bit. Only a little bit.
I don't mean to make you jealous. I don't. I just have them on because it makes it look a bit more, a bit more interesting. It does. But I love the backdrop over there when I'm sitting over there and I finally do get a video done and I have the Spectrum on, the Amiga on, and the Commodore 64 on. It looks, I'm not saying it does, but I feel, happy about sitting there, and it's taken a long time to get things sorted out. The Amiga was originally over here. It was. But I'm on big screen for. Why have you put me on big screen?
Because you can see what's going on behind you.
Well, I can stick the camera behind. This is finished now. This is.
Oh God! But I can't even get rid of it now.
No, this is on a on the.
Can't tell you what.
On this. Oh, you can't. This is on the thingy. But yeah, you got the.
This right here is my laptop last time my entire YouTube journey on.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. I can't afford a laptop. I can't. I've only bought this one for 180 quid. It's a ThinkPads, so it's a one. I don't know. It's just an i5. But my main PC blew up. It was annoying because my PCU blew up in it, and then I got another one, a Corsair one, and I wired up the 5 volts, and I blew up two CD-ROMs. 2 IDE hard drives, my main hard drive, and a floppy drive, and it all went. So that was annoying. So I lost most of my hard drive and stuff. What's that below? Space Sharks with some laser wings and headsets. I don't get that.
I'm a bit slow.
Oh, is that the UFOs?
Yes, Space Sharks with freaking laser beams on their heads. Oh, that's his wallpaper, I think.
Oh, is that
Brandon's wallpaper?
Brandon's. I don't know.
I've got no idea. I don't know.
Austin Powers, Dr. Evil.
It's dragonflies, if anyone's asking. The dragonflies.
Oh, dragonflies. Okay.
don't forget, this used to be my sister's bedroom when she moved out and got her own place. This became my bedroom, so she took all the stuff with her curtains and everything. These are my curtains from my office.
At least it's not a
Shoved
thing.
them up in here. They're not even the right size if you can tell at the edge there. But
Yeah, pink or lilac.
she's even got herself a new bed. She's given me her old bed. And I gave her my old single bed mattress as a spare bed for her to use. And behind this wall right here is my old bedroom. But when this room gets done up, there's not going to be a bed in here. The only thing in my old bedroom is just going to be a bed and a side table and TV. That's all it is.
And a computer and a camera.
No. This room right here is my office. That room's just going to be for watching YouTube, movies, and Xbox.
It's like a gaming room. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it's like luckily I've got the spare room because it's got the PC in it and like the record collection, like the mixing decks.
Oh yeah, vinyl.
Yeah, I should. That's the thing. If I'm up here, then I can't because I've got another webcam up there, but that webcam is an older one. But I've got to take this webcam off, bring it downstairs, plug it into the PC downstairs into the spare room, and then it's just too confusing. And the headset as well. This Brandon, you've got a lot of stuff, like new stuff. Yeah,
that's the light. And if I had 2 panels, it look like that.
That looks like alien technology, which reminds me, Bob Lazar was a guy. It's something somebody I want to talk about. But
that's the thing. He's a younger generation, isn't he? He is.
That's the box.
Oh, that was my mic.
That's the microphone.
Yeah, I've got the nibble here. Microphone. Is that the microphone?
No, it's a Blue Yeti microphone. I just bought the stand.
Oh, cool.
And I bought it yesterday, and it came the next day.
That's good.
Yeah. Sounds absolutely fine. It does. That's the thing with audio. It was a big problem, wasn't it, ages ago? But then mobile phones. Most people film, like stuff on their phones a lot. But with myself, I've always been dedicated to a camera, like a camcorder, and with the cameras I've been buying, the audio I feel sounds all right. My JVC one, it was an
I
Evo.
do all my uploads and vlogs from my phone.
Yeah.
It's less awkward, like having a bag with you everywhere you go just for a camera.
Yeah, I take pictures if I'm out with it, but
That's how I vlog it. That's how I hold it. Like that.
No,
never use it portrait. Always sideways.
That way for uploads if it's normal content, and that way apparently now for YouTube Shorts.
I wouldn't know.
Shorts are alright, but I don't know. They get annoying sometimes. You can watch them for ages, just swiping up, don't like that. Swipe up, don't like that.
Yeah, I get into that crap.
Gets all confusing.
Yeah, like when I first used it, I watched until sunrise.
That's the thing. It's the same as the Facebook videos. If you go on there and you've watched, like their sort of videos, I end up getting addicted to them.
Yeah, because it's finished, and it automatically moves on to the next one.
Yeah, it's all right, but a lot of the time, I'm trying to catch up on YouTube myself. I try and hit comments then and watch stuff. I do, but it just gets harder as time goes by. It does, because I'm still working from home. So when I was at work, I used to watch YouTube at lunch hour. But now I'm sort of doing things, just either tidying up or just relaxing, watching TV. So it's that's an hour knocked off the day where I could be watching something.
Yeah. The problem is with the YouTube Shorts and the Instagram Reels and all that, it just encourages a very short attention span. You're just wanting the 5 second, 10-second hits.
It blows up. It just blows up too easy.
Yeah. And then you spend half an hour watching them, then you just feel hollow afterwards. Like you don't get anything from it. It's just little tiny bits of, oh yeah, that's good or whatever, and then at the end it's like, oh, just wasted some of my life.
That's the thing I don't take. If I've got time, then I might watch them, but if not, I don't really bother. I don't. Just seeing if this works. Because as I said, this is not the first time, but I haven't been up here for a couple of weeks. I haven't. Seeing if the N64.
He says in his man room. He says. No.
But everything just takes time.
I'll be up there all the time. I'll be eating my meals, and
that's one of my usual shots. I'll blow it up.
I'll be waving to my family down through the hole. Yeah.
But the thing is, I've got Luke like in his room. I said
the time, but I uploaded that YouTube short. The matter of 3 seconds of it being uploaded, it was at 1,000 views.
Yeah.
That's not right.
I was like,
what's your skill?
Has this got many views? In the matter of it being uploaded.
So how do you get 1,000 views in like less than
I don't know. It's just
less than a year. You put keywords in stuff.
Yeah.
I need to know your trick.
Just algorithm words, like keywords kind of thing, title keywords kind of thing. I'm thinking about getting rid of the links in the descriptions on the YouTube shorts, because basically when you watch a YouTube short, there's no description. The only description way to get it is if you click on the 3 dots and then it says description. When it could be better if they just had a symbol. Press, go to the description, not press.
You analyse this stuff alone, don't you? You really look at this stuff, Brandon. Do you know what I mean? You've looked at it and properly analysed it. That's kind of cool.
And also, one thing about YouTube Shorts, imagine if you wanted to grow a channel just on YouTube Shorts. Nobody gets notifications for YouTube Shorts. So if you tell your audience, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on notification bells for the next YouTube short, and nobody gets a notification.
So can I just make a video for like half an hour video, and just like squeeze it into 15 seconds, like going, would that work? I'm not sure. I don't think it would. It's weird. It's like, it knows it's under 15 seconds, doesn't it? Or I'm not even sure, 20 seconds.
Yeah, like if you do it. Well, YouTube's made an official feature like you can actually use, and it's when they first released it, it was only released in India, but now it's released to the world, and it's good. But when I use it, it's just totally trying to be the same format controls as TikTok wise.
I've never
and also
to
get custom audio noise sounds and stuff. If you look below people's videos and you see a short symbol or just the word create, anyone can use your audio from your videos, which is annoying.
Yeah, I've heard that as well.
I'm not that bothered. I'm not that bothered about it. But like, who wants to use the sound from a video like a vlog when they're just doing that this and then they're dancing over someone going, "Hi guys, welcome to today's video," kind of thing, and then just like this kind of thing, and just thinking it's going to be music.
That's the thing that winds me up. As I said, Luke watching YouTube, and the amount of YouTubers are pretty much Americans. I hate saying it, but like the hey guys, it's like nah, forget that. I just don't watch it. I don't. It's like it was. I guess people said it like a few years ago, but now listening to Luke and what he watches, it winds me up even more. It does, and I just can't. I can't tolerate it. It's just something.
They're also noisy as well. Have you found that? If you listen to these videos,
hi guys,
they're noisy.
Easy, simple, and all like, "Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Don't forget to go and buy them merch."
He shot me, and they're all like screaming down, he shot me. Move left, move right. And it's like, oh, goose on my neck. Get some of my binoculars.
No, I don't know, Brendan. I don't know if you do that, but it's not a dig. It's just I'm older. I am, and I hear a lot of younger channels. I do like what, as I said, what Luke watches, and for me, it just winds. I can't listen to that.
Yeah,
it's just a common thing what people say.
The one thing about him that annoys me, which I don't really want to watch him anymore, because he just promotes his merch every time you watch a video. Like most of the whole video is like nearly 10 minutes of the whole saying go to my merch store.
The
rest
I hate
of it is
that.
just nothing.
Where they promote
or they make a music video and it's just buy my merch, buy my merch, buy my merch,
buy the Retro Engine t-shirt.
And you're like, oh my god, can I just watch a video without being clickbaited? Saying this is like, imagine if you watch a video, don't call this number at 3 a.m. Most of them are crap. It was like a trend years ago. Now people that still do it is just cringeworthy now.
I don't really watch channels that sell merch, but I just skip. That's all I do is just skip through it. The channels that I watch are a lot smaller, and they're more passionate about gaming, I guess, than the bigger channels that just want money from YouTube. Like what we're doing now, for instance, and I just don't bother. I'm not subscribed to any of them. I'm not. I just if it comes up.
Well, back then on YouTube, before they changed it over 1,000 subscribers and 400 watch hours, before that came out, I did get paid by Google/YouTube at the time. I had one paycheck, and then after that, when they announced that new, requirement for getting paid, and I was so annoyed. Like after that, not a single paycheck or anything.
So, Brandon, are you seeing it as a job, maybe, or a income? Are you seeing as a perpetual income that might help you, or
Well, back then, on growing up with YouTube, I thought, we'll get up so much views and subscribers and get paid every day. But when they announced that without telling us at the time, for people that just get it taken away. That was really annoying.
Are you seeing it?
Why would they let us acquire to have it paid? And then suddenly think, you know what? Second thought, no, we're not going to let you pay anymore.
Just so you want money from YouTube? Is that what he's saying? Because that's a different generation to, I guess, us. We're not expecting a income from YouTube. Is that something you'd like to do to build, to get big followers and stuff?
Yeah, like the money from the channel will be towards budgets for, like, for example, if I were doing food reviews or budget on equipment, or even to charities such as autism charities, dog charities, homeless charities as well.
So
while I'm still small, sort of myself out of PayPal and Streamlabs as well. But I'm only going to have that linked in live stream descriptions, because there's no point having it in a normal video. Imagine saying at the end of the video saying, don't forget to check my social media down below, and also feel free to donate. It makes it feel awkward, doesn't it? Like, imagine you're just coming across my channel and they're saying that, and like, I don't want to subscribe to someone that's telling me to pay as well as looking at their social media. I'm not.
If anybody's watching this now, then please subscribe. The thing is, it's like, no, I'm just interested because I know that I don't do it for money.
Growing up on YouTube, I always thought, wait until I get the goal of getting up to the requirement of getting the play button. But now I've missed out all the cool play buttons. I'm just like, no matter how many play buttons I miss out on, physically having the reward tells me, like, I achieved my goal. I can carry on with my life of making.
What is your goal? Sorry, I missed that. What is your goal?
To get to the 1,000, the number that you need to have a play button, basically.
To play what? I mean, I don't even know that, to be fair.
YouTube play button is basically a YouTube plaque, which is like a YouTube reward.
Oh, it's like a bed. Is it like a yeah? Okay, I've got you. It's like a certificate sort of thing, like a YouTube, but it's in a frame, isn't it? Yeah.
No, it's
yeah, it'll be nice.
I'll show you. Look.
Oh, I think we just got some incoming news. Like Basubi says, subs. Is that for real? I know it is.
100,000.
100,000. Jeez, Louise.
It's worked.
Showing my screen again.
If everyone texts everyone they've got, and everyone texts everyone else, and everyone texts everyone else, and everyone texts everyone else, so it's like to subscribe to my channel, then I would appreciate that, please.
Yeah, but that's when it comes down to if you want views or subs. If you want views, you know, I'm just not playing.
One thing as well that YouTube does not like is numbers in the description, chat, or saying subscribe or come to my channel, visit my home.
Do you think that? I think that's bollocks, to be fair.
I know.
You can't say, oh, you can't say come to my channel. No, I think there's something wrong there. Yeah. There's no rule. If you can show me the rule that says it, then
these
fine.
The official rewards they get. This one for 1,000, that's 1,000.
Oh, I'm already on diamond anyway.
1 million.
What's diamond?
You get this.
I don't know, but it's the one on the right.
Well, 10 million subs.
Oh my god. Yeah, I've got my big 10 million.
Imagine 10 million subs. I wouldn't know what to do with them.
Gosh. You're obliged to like do videos and
back
shit.
Then, these are the play buttons back then you could have gotten. They're the original play buttons, basically.
I need to put some shelves up, so I wouldn't know where to put that.
But yeah, they the walls back then, and then that's.
You wouldn't get it through your loft door, would you? If you like.
Yeah, I'll get. Yeah, it's only an arm.
Oh, it's only little. Yeah.
Piece.
Yeah, but when they introduced the new ones, they are more cheaper to progress and make.
I'll have to take down that seems. Oh, you can't see it because the lights.
Yeah, I think you have to get rid of your Nintendo collection and your Sega collection.
No, you see the Team 17 poster there.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll have to get rid of that. I'll have to.
Hang on, I was going to do a full screen. Then you missed out.
No, I can't do that.
I nearly moved you from the screen, to be honest. I can't. So this is the super. This is the big one. Yeah, but it's like if I got 10,000, I'd be shitting my pants because I would have to do stuff that they'd appreciate.
Yeah, but it's your YouTube, isn't it? We said that a while ago. You do stuff that you want to do.
Totally.
That's the thing, isn't it? But I mean, I think we're in different sort of, you know, what we do and what we want out of YouTube is completely different.
Silver Creator Award. That's 1,000K.
Silver.
The silver one is this one right here.
You've got silver, gold, and diamond. There's no bronze or anything.
Silver.
Is there a paper mache one for?
Well, that's quite clever. How do you do that? Is that part of StreamYard? Is that just what you're doing?
This one here is for 1,000.
Yeah, that's 4 zeros.
That's probably where I like to be, but
that's 10,000. That's 10,000.
Yeah, no, just the free, just
that's
the free
10,000K. That's like 10 million.
Sorry,
delete the K quick. Good God.
So it's that just 3,000.
At
least you can record. At least you can do like live streams on your phone.
Silver is 100. Yeah, we got
this one's one. This one right here is for 1 million, and this one right here is for.
That's like 10 bazillions. You get gigabillion. Is it gigabillion? I forgot.
Billion. That's this one right here is for that.
10 million. That's diamond.
That's bonkers.
That's 1 million. 1 million to 1 million. 1,000, 1 million, and 10 million.
God, that's a heck of a jump, you know. It's like me, because seriously, because 1,000 is there, 1 million is there, and like 10 is like up there somewhere.
Look, that better for you. Look.
Is that you doing that big eyeglass?
Yes.
How are you doing all this like sophisticated stuff?
I think it's using magnifier or something.
Magnifying glass attachment for.
Yeah.
You can find it on the Chrome store.
But really, I'm not bothered about getting followers. I am, but I'm not. And it's like if I ever get to 10,000, I'll be like shitting my pants.
The spy agent got what's inside. They basically.
Did they cut one up? Cut one of them things up? What's inside the thing, and then you can saw it up and look inside.
I'm sorry, chaps. I'm gonna have to go to bed now.
Oh man,
Jim, it was really nice. Really nice. It was really nice chatting to you, and your artwork looks really, really good.
Cheers, Adam.
Hopefully the
Nice
links
to meet
still.
you.
Yeah, I didn't say too much because James said much of it, but it looked really, really nice. It did, especially that book.
Very nice of you.
It did.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Do you sign them as well?
Yeah, I just do like just a little initial in the corner with like the year. Keep it really small. I don't really like signing like a big sign, so yeah just a little thing in the corner.
It's just something that reminds me. It looks with the before you go, just with the trees and everything in the background, it looks like like just Show of the Beast, like the backgrounds. That's what it did.
Yeah, that's another big. I absolutely loved the artwork of those games. So yeah, there's definitely a bit of influence there for sure.
But yeah, really, really fantastic work it was.
He's good, and he enjoys his art, and he shows you how he does it. And
I do have a.
I'll have a look as well.
We have to have a beer and ale, art and ale night, UFO and ale.
Yeah,
that's what I was trying to do tonight, but obviously we're talking about YouTube, like 10,000 subs. God,
I can't say a lot about UFOs. I can't. I mean, I don't know. I just don't really. I'm not knowledgeable on it, to be honest.
No, it's a fun conversation if you do get into it, because I've got a shitload to tell.
Well, I can sit and listen. Anyway, have a nice night, Jim.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Cheers, man.
Thanks, everyone. And cheers, Kasubi. Yeah, thanks very much. Cheers, Rich. And cheers, Brandon.
See you, geezer.
Night.
Bye-bye. Night.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah, he definitely seems, and his artwork looks really, really nice.
And he's really enthusiastic. I think he was almost a little bit embarrassed about this because it's the first time he's been on a live stream.
Okay.
And also, it wasn't arty. It was.
Well, don't worry. When I first used StreamYard at the time, I didn't know how to turn on my microphone.
You didn't?
No.
That must have been really boring.
10 minutes of the stream was like.
Yes, I've done that before. Yeah, with OBS.
And then people are like, your mic's off. Can't hear you. What are you saying? Say nothing. Can't hear your voice. I'm like...
What I've been doing in the background, as I said, with Rich and James, is that you can use StreamYard, but private stream it. So you can test all your levels, test your mic works.
Yeah, you can.
And then you can stop it, and then it'll be in your live. It'll be in your live videos, but it'll be private. And then you can watch that back. Then you can test like your streaming and everything. And it's just getting used to the comments on it. I've never used StreamYard. I haven't. I've used it, but I haven't streamed with it. But I mean, I don't know if Rich might be interested. As I said, I wanted to get the Amiga music working through the PC down in the spare room and get the webcam on this so you can see me on the Amiga.
I found difficulties with that, trying to get this sound if I played something now, say an emulator, it wouldn't transfer through.
But if you jump on another computer and use that as the audio, then it might work.
Yes, it might do. I'll have to test that. Yeah, nice one.
That's what I want to try and do, like this weekend. But I was too tired to do it today.
And it was, yeah. Well, I mean, like Basabi, it was very, yeah. Look, last week Rich was listening to music no one else could hear. Yeah, I was going like, and this is the drum bit, and all you could hear was me saying, "This is a drum bit," going like, and I was playing drums, and there's no sound at all.
But as I said, I think if you change, because you've got the option here, so I don't know if you've got a line in, that if you've got
yeah, it's like because the camera, you've got something like an artificial camera from OBS, but the sound you have to work out how to get it into it. It's not straight forward.
That's the thing. If I figure it out, I'll let you know.
One
but
thing with this camera,
that'd be cool.
I can change the quality on the color look.
Cheers, Basabi, for remembering that. I appreciate
Change
that.
the colour to black and white now.
Big tit.
Yeah, I was going to jump on last week, but the time I set everything up like this, everyone was gone, so I missed the end of the stream.
We shut down pretty quick anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Change down the colour quality look.
It is good. It is, but I don't know.
I think, Brandon, you're so into it. You're like,
yeah.
It's almost like an obsession, which is cool, like a hobby, massive hobby obsession. Which is cool. You're gone now. Can't see you. Come back. There we go. Oh, no, you're gone.
I know it's quite cloud. This is just built into the quality of the brightness on the camera itself, so I can turn it right down.
Well, I think it's good.
Yeah, I'm in the dark. I'm in the dark.
Me, I'm not bothered. I've just got like a camera that shows vaguely my face. It's just like it's like mad.
That's the thing, though, isn't it? He's in a different, what you call it? It's just, with up, how we. I mean, the channels he watches is probably influenced by them. As I said, Steve Benway and Lawn Boy Post 75.
Is that through your children? You know them through that?
No. That's who I was influenced to do YouTube with.
Ah, right, got you.
So, but they still do it the old way, where they point the camera at the screen. Don't use capture devices.
Yeah, that's what James said. Game Zone. He said he does that, and it works. It flipping works.
Yeah, and I've got my camera up here because hold on, give me 30 seconds. I mean, this is what I use to film. It's just a Panasonic, camcorder.
Camcorder.
Same.
So I point that at the screen, but as I said, you have to hit the settings so it doesn't flick out.
Yeah, there is an output to input into a computer or something. Oh, nice.
But
I didn't realise that.
It captures it quite, I feel it captures it quite well. It captures the scan lines. But the thing is that when you're capturing it, you've got to level it up. So you've got to get the screen in, and it takes time just to set, like 20 minutes it takes roughly just to set the camera up so it's perfect on the TV.
Yeah, because of the scan lines and the vertical hole and stuff, the vertical,
But I'll get a cup, not lines, but I'll get like a black streak that comes round and it just goes up like that. But it's very faint.
It's the coordination, isn't it, between the camera and the screen, basically.
Yeah.
Interesting,
But yeah, that's what I do. I just put that on a tripod, but because them screens are quite high up, then you've got to get the camera level, so you can't have it on a tilt, because otherwise, if you tilt it, it doesn't. You can alter it in Sony Vegas, you can, but it still looks off. And if you've got it, if you don't have it bang on, you have it sort of like that, it still doesn't capture it because it's difficult to try and straighten it up. It's that's what I mean. It's just effort instead of plugging a USB in, turning the computer on, or PC. I mean, it's like this, it's straight foot forwards. But
this is nice. I mean, we're talking about retro gaming and pushing it through the screen and stuff, but talking about it is good. And even the technology behind it, and with Brandon learning about the younger generation is
Yeah, it's good. It's good to hear
But
what you say.
These
Yeah,
are my
it's
old webcams.
God, he's
This
got
one
like
right here is my original webcam.
Yeah, that's the one I've got, I think, at home.
Well, one's that one.
And then that what? The
If you don't know, don't worry. Okay.
LOGITESH.
All right. I'm not sure on that. I'm not. I can take a
Yeah.
because I'm using it. I can't bring it around. I can't. But that's where are we? Turn around. That's what I'm using. Just a Logitech 9.7 or
Right.
920.
Very similar. I think they're both.
Yeah, that's the word. Yeah, Logitech. This was also
Logitech.
Logitech.
Yeah.
But I bought that years ago. I did that one.
Just for the sake of fun, I'm going to see if this actually works. Like, I'm going to open up a browser and connect it with these webcams.
See if it goes off.
It's all going to go. Yeah, it's all going to go upstream.
But now I'm just trying to think where else, about nostalgia and everything. What you're saying. Sorry, Rich. Before I forget, because you like the Amigas. Hold on.
Yeah.
I don't know if you. I don't know if you heard of the Amiga Addict.
Vaguely on Facebook, I think.
Yeah, it's a new Amiga magazine. It's worth getting.
Are you writing? Have you got a bit in it? Are you writing in it?
I'm not writing. But
I thought you'd be like
they will get confusing.
No, but I'm just saying is that it's a new magazine. It's glossy and everything.
It's quality. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that CEX at the beginning? Was there a CEX thing?
I don't know. It could be.
If you look at the front in cover.
Yeah.
I thought so. I thought I saw a CEX. Dirty.
I'm quite behind on them, but Ravi Abbott is like does the retro era. He's a writer in it.
How many issues have been? How many issues have been done?
This is issue 4, but I think I'm 2 behind. So I think this one was April. I think I've got to get June and July. But we'll have a look. It's worth the money, I reckon.
It's worth for the pittance because it is cheap nowadays. Do you remember the old days? It's like, I've got to save my pocket money. Now it's like, fuck it, I'll buy a car and Amiga Addict.
Have you still got any of the Amiga magazines?
I've got a few. I've got the one that I was involved in, which was Amiga Power, because we did we did a disc on the front, so I was part of the graphic people that did it.
All right.
So on eBay, I'll buy every disc I can find of that game. Oh hell yeah! Don't want the magazine. I've got like 12 of them already.
I haven't got many powers. I've got the Amiga formats. I haven't got every issue, but I think the first like 20 or 30 I haven't got. But yeah, the Amiga format.
Amiga Power wasn't really the hit thing, was it? It was Amiga format, I think.
Yeah.
Format in the basement.
Oh yeah, no, I can see your. Oh, very clever. All right, there we go. We've got Brandon 2 and Brandon 1.
Camera. And now we're opening.
I tried that and it delayed.
I don't know. It might be how it's picked it up.
That looks good though. That's working.
Well, that's what I mean. If he can test and see if he can change his audio, and if he's got a line in, then that audio could be, connected to your Spectrum or or whatever system.
He can. Oh, and then you have to mute the inputs apart from one. You have to mute. Just leave one open. Mute the other 2 because you've got 2 going now.
Yeah.
It's got 3 now.
Yes.
That's dirty. I mean, in a good way.
What?
And they are in sync as well, roughly, pretty much.
I don't know. I think
you can tell how bad the quality have progressed from.
That is really cool.
It is, isn't it?
This one,
yes,
it's my original one. And then there's one.
The quality of the all is just as good as the others, I think.
Yeah, I think one's a bit more. That one's got more colour in it, but it could be the lighting because obviously it's different directions.
Different
so it depends where the light is. But if he's got another light on each camera, then he'll have the same lighting sort of thing.
That's amazing to have the enthusiasm to do that. I would never have thought of that, to be fair.
Yeah. There's a few.
Mobile.
I mean, there's loads of stuff I guess you could do. He's just sitting around playing around with it. If you could use the technology, and if you know how it works, then it might progress you into doing different other things. As I said, that's what I was trying to do, is trying to get the Amiga sound. So I'll have one camera doing that, and then the other camera, but not on the camera, but just using the audio on another StreamYard, and then seeing if that works. But I haven't had the energy or thingy to do it. I haven't.
Well, don't forget, StreamYard can open up on a phone as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I find the quality on there ain't great, I don't think. And also, it rinses your battery out. It does.
And overheats your phone.
I keep my phone. I keep my phone as the phone normally. But I was going to link up StreamYard and go in the spare room to see what that's doing, and then make a cup of tea. And I was going to go down in the kitchen. So I was still listening to you because these headphones. So it's on charge now, but they're wireless, so I can move around the house and everything and still hear. So I was listening to everything you were saying.
Even though I was going for a bath. You could have a bath or no, maybe not a shower.
I could. I could go outside and they're not long distance. I've got to sort of the garden, and I can still hear. I can.
So you could have a barbecue while you're talking or something,
Yeah, I could sit outside and in the summertime with the laptop outside and just move around. They are good, but when the battery's low, that's why the USB's on now. Because I didn't have a USB. The only USB I had was for the Wii, for the remote, then that doesn't fit. So I like to try and get a USB thing. I like to.
You see, that Brandon's showing now. That's to show the games. You put that against a screen, a CRT.
Yeah. But it depends if I think I did it before. I think Rich, you joined. It was like.
Oh God, is that me on the screen? Yeah.
It was a few months ago now. That was, but yeah, it depends on the camera, because you've got to get it set up right. But this camera's got a Wi-Fi sync on it, so I'm not sure whether or not I can use the Wi-Fi on it to sync it. I don't know. I need to have a look at that.
Interesting, yeah. I don't know, because you have to plug it in, don't you? So you have to plug it into. Get it to do anything.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's just Wi-Fi on the remote, because it's got a remote sort of. I can use the phone as the remote control. I don't know. I'm confused.
Yeah. I know. It's these old, the old brain cells going.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it. Yeah. No.
What was he doing there? He had these keyboards.
Yeah. Put it on again. Go on.
I clicked to leave it. Let me try it again.
It's like logging in from another camera or something.
One camera. I was going to say, have you backed up your stuff, all your emails and everything, Brendan? Because the story I told earlier about my PC blowing up, I lost quite a lot of photos and stuff.
I've started doing it to the cloud. I don't know anyone else, but I have. OneDrive.
Is that what's the red stuff around the keyboard?
LED lights.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Very nice.
We've got a different one as well.
But them keyboards wind me up though. I've just got a standard HP keyboard. I have just a normal one.
A laptop keyboard. Oh my lord. It's like mad, the technology that people get into. It's like, Might have to break off in a minute.
Yeah, it's fine. I've got. Well, I don't know what to do. I've got to do something.
You mean like looking at all your stuff over there?
I know. But be honest with you, hence why I haven't really done much is because I say where it is, Gringford's. So it's in like not Hillingdon, but I'll go to a computer club, and a lot of because it's been closed throughout COVID, I'm kind of worried to turn a computer on or anything in case it doesn't work, in case it goes bang. No. So I'm a bit like, should I turn it on? You know, I know it works. If I turn it on, it don't work, and if something goes wrong, it's going to go bang.
You know, got some connection.
It's going to be fine
on the same device. When I hear in loop of both our voices, your voice just sounds like use the force source.
I'm thinking what James is saying. He's got Joby or something. Joby.
Jobo.
I haven't heard of that.
When I'm hearing my voice,
I'm not sure if that's a drive or a
his voice just sounds like Daffod.
I've got a NAS drive I have for things, but I'm still doing the old-fashioned way and backing things up to CD.
Like double. Oh, you are.
Yeah, to media. That's a full.
That is so old school. Yeah,
that's a proper Famicom like set. That is 3 discs, all DVDs. That's all the ROMs for the Super NES. Something you might be interested in: C64 archive. So it's all different, stuff. And that's hence what you just said. It's old school. Yeah, Drupo makes NAS, and I've got a NAS. I've got 2 Terrors. I've got an Icy Box NAS drive, but I find that slow. It's pretty filled, but it's got stuff on there I need to back up.
Is that the USB? Is that the speed of the USB at the time?
Yeah.
What, the keyboard or the NAS?
No, the NAS.
The NAS. I use it over Wi-Fi. I do.
So there you go. Is it slow Wi-Fi or something?
Well, I'm only on 40 meg myself. I haven't got it on, but I use an app.
Right. I don't use it.
That keyboard looks cool though. So yeah.
It does, doesn't it?
Why don't you use it? Because it's more colourful than the other one.
I find the keys too high up for me to type on them.
Yeah. No, I just use laptop all the time, so I don't.
Well, the reason why I don't use that keyboard is because for my autism, it just makes it look too wavy. It just makes the lights go like this.
All right, yeah.
It's like wavy feel with your eyes.
It messes. Yeah, it messes with you.
Yeah, but I'm forever.
I'm going to have to say night now.
All right, Rich. Brendan, yes. Really nice to chat to you.
Really good. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been good. It has.
We will talk about UFOs and stuff later on. Jim wants to.
I
did try and bring it in.
Research. I'll have to do some research.
Well, whatever.
I'm going to save. I'm just going to copy the,
good night,
the links
in the chat.
Yeah, and I'll put the links into everybody's
Yeah, have a good evening.
Yeah, you too. Oh, and cheers, Basabi. I think you're the only guy watching and somebody else who's been silent.
All right. Good night. James, Rich, Brendan. Have a good evening. All right. Good night, all.
Cheers, guys. Thanks, Brendan.
I'm still here. I'm staying.
See ya.